to be a classic show or something that's going to really blow our minds. It's just going to put the final pieces in place for getting us where we need to get to for this weekend. Of course, this weekend, this Saturday, Stand and Deliver. We sort of need to shift our mindsets away from WrestleMania for a moment, and we need to just dial into the fact that it is also Stand and Deliver, which should be a really fun show. I think there's some really interesting matches on that card. It's maybe not the strongest NXT premium live event, but I think Trick and Carmelo should absolutely bang. I mean, that really has potential to be one of the best matches that we've ever seen in NXT. I mean, the backstory is there, the emotion is there. It's a little bit Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, best of friends turning on each other, and that normally makes for a very interesting match. So yeah, looking forward to that. I think you can always look forward to an Ilja Dragunov match. You can always look forward to Lyra against Roxanne Perez, because that normally delivers. I mean, I think at the moment their last match was our second best match of the year so far. So, we've got that coming back up again. Them two going at it one-on-one, as I said, should be a lot of fun. And we've got obviously Dijak in action. He's in a triple threat, taking on Oba Femi, taking on Josh Briggs as well. So Dijak, I mean, can never be down on a Dijak match. So as a way of starting the day on Saturday, should be a lot of fun. So what we're doing is we're just putting those final touches to things. We're just putting the final touches as we head towards this weekend. But yeah, hello. Joe said, I think that John Cena is going to return at WrestleMania. I need to try and get into the chat. There we go. That's better. Yeah, as I said, I hope everyone is well, and I hope everyone is looking forward to the show. We haven't had tons of stuff that's dropped today, which has been good, actually, because I feel like my brain got fried yesterday. Trying to do Unseen was a flipping nightmare, because I had all the quotes and all the stuff from Bray, from CM Punk, from Rhea Ripley, then all the stuff that came out of Raw, all the stuff you guys had tagged me in, but then all the stuff that was just out there as well. And it's, by the time I got it up, it was probably about 5 hours later than it normally would be. So it's actually not been up as long as it normally would have by now. But I think there's some really good stuff in there. We could have kept going. Some of the stuff has had to carry over to tonight's Unseen. So even though there's not been loads today, which is brilliant, I still think that we're going to clock in with quite a long Unseen, because we've still got bits to talk about from yesterday. So yeah, lots going on. Lots happening at the moment. Right, let's go down. I think Stone Cold is going to come back and confront The Rock and John Cena, says Joe. Brony said they need to build feuds. Which feud are we talking about? Punk sucks no matter what he plays, said Thunderbirds. Kian, shout out to you. I enjoyed the Unseen video. I thought Raw was okay. I could see Brandy slapping The Rock, and I enjoyed Punk's interview. Kian, shout out to you, buds. I think that Brandy could definitely make her presence felt at WrestleMania. She could slap The Rock, but that's not going to do much to The Rock, is it? I think if she's going to have an impact, I would love to see her go after Paul Heyman. I would love to see Brandy having to imagine that everyone's been dealt with. It is literally just Cody. It's Cody and it's Rock and it's Paul Heyman. And Paul Heyman can see that it's slipping away, and he starts to try and trip Cody. And I'd love it then if Brandy was to deal with Paul Heyman. I think that would be a lot of fun. Or even, it'd be great if it could be Dustin. but I just don't know that Dustin's going to be able to get involved. Brandy, Dustin, definitely interested in those guys getting involved. Or even Mama Rhodes. Imagine, Mama Rhodes has been spoke about so much. Imagine if Mama Rhodes like starts berating Paul Heyman. He walks over and she pushes him and he goes... he goes over. Imagine Paul Heyman gets pushed over and he's just rolling around on the floor. Just like, oh my God, he's down. Roman's looking and the wise man's down. There is so much that you can do in that moment. There's so much fun that we can have in that moment. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how it all plays out. Brony said, a lot of people are saying it feels like Cody Rock, and I do agree to an extent, but they can't only do Roman Cody segments because they need to build the tag match. Thoughts? I think that they've done a decent job of, I mean, look, it doesn't matter who is stopping Cody. The story isn't so much Cody Roman. The story is, will Cody finish his story? So it doesn't matter to me if it's Solo that's beating him down, or Jimmy that's beating him down, or Heyman that's beating him down, or The Rock that's beating him down, right? It's Cody against the Bloodline, right? It's Cody against the Bloodline. He's got to face The Rock and Roman night 1, and then he's got to deal with Roman night 2. I don't think we need necessarily to build Cody Roman, right? That's not really the focus. The focus is where it should be. The focus is on one simple question. Does Cody finish his story? That's the focus. We're not building Cody Roman. We're building, does Cody finish his story? And it doesn't matter to me if it's The Rock that's beaten down. I agree. It feels like we're building towards Rock Cody rather than Cody Roman, right? I agree, because there's been a lot more interaction between Cody and The Rock than there has Cody and Roman, right? So I would agree with that point. But that's all I would agree with, because to me it makes no difference. It doesn't matter. This WrestleMania is all about, does Cody finish his story? That's what this WrestleMania is all about. So it really makes no difference as to who is trying to stop Cody, as long as there is someone trying to stop Cody. And there is someone trying to stop Cody. The Rock is trying to, and Roman is trying to, and people are trying to. So, yeah, that to me is what the story is. So, is that better? Hopefully that's a bit better. I think this is a bit more of a reliable router, but we might have to just keep an eye on it. Right. We've got to teach Omos how to eat like a giant. Gonna have to rate his match today as a 4.75 minus a 0.25 for tagging out and then put in ketchup on a cheesesteak, says Aubrey. Daz, shout out to you. Dort Knight said, we are building towards WrestleMania 41, Rock against Roman. That has nothing to do with Cody. Jamie said, there ain't no way that Rock and Roman lose night 1. What shenanigans will we get on night 2? I'm confident that Kofi wins this time. Yeah, Bloodline will get involved, of course, Solo, and, we're going to have people coming down and getting involved. I mean, I don't know that there'll be shenanigans. We'll get The Rock, we'll get Solo, we'll get Jimmy. We may even get Paul Heyman getting involved. I am not expecting Tamatonga. I'm not expecting Jacob Fatu. I'm not expecting Lance Anoa'i. I'm not expecting Zilla Fatu. I'm not expecting these extra people that are currently not even in WWE, Rikishi, I'm not expecting. He'll be there, but I think if he's going to pop up, he'll likely pop up in the Jimmy J match, It'll likely be that maybe one of them's going a bit too far, Rikishi comes down. I could see it being a case that one of them's beating the other one up. Maybe Jay is beating up on Jimmy, and Rikishi is like, come on, just stop this. You're going too far now. And maybe as Jay is distracted, Jimmy gets the win. I could see something like that. which then would set up a rematch. But I don't know about Rikishi. We haven't seen Rikishi with Roman, you know? We haven't seen that. So for Rikishi to come down, I mean, you could do it. You could do it. He is part of the bloodline. You could understand the family wanting to keep the main belt in the family. So I could understand that, but I can't say that I'm predicting that because I haven't seen anything to indicate that that's the direction that we're going in, you know? I saw the eating contest with Otis and Omos and Tozawa with Big E hosting, says Bonkers. Hope you enjoyed it. Mama Reigns, said Evan. Mama Reigns. I would love to see that too. Mama Rhodes will give The Rock the stink face. Well, that's what we all want to see. We're all desperate to see that. That's money right there. That's WrestleMania. That's a WrestleMania moment. Do you remember when Mama Rhodes gave The Rock the stink face? Certainly if she's going to be like pulling up her shorts as well, and we're seeing like bare cheek Mama Rhodes. To be honest with you, it's the only reason why I'm tuning in. So it better happen. It better happen. A. Jobson said, I do think there's a chance that Cody and Seth win the tag match, and then Cody does actually get Reigns one-on-one and wins the belts. Clean. James said they did Roman and Cody build last year, so doing the same this year would be pointless. Do you think Cody wins? Would it be one of the biggest WrestleMania moments of all time, says Kyle. Yeah, Kyle, I do. I think if he wins, I think it will be one of the biggest moments of all time because I think the emotion of that moment is going to be absolutely huge. There's something very special about seeing someone win their first world title in WWE. You know, it's a very emotional moment, and you know this is going to be added emotion because we know what it means. They've done a fantastic job of really explaining what this means. I think it actually helps that Cody gets upset as often as he does, because you know for a fact that it is so raw. It is so raw, like the emotion that he's got still about his dad. And what it means and what the story means. And you know that, you know, look, in this thing, there's lots of scripted storylines. But we know that this isn't just a script. We know that this is an actual story. Like, this actually happened. This is actually something that he's actually said that he wants to achieve. And it's real. It's, I suppose, that blurring of the lines. So even though, you know, this is what non-wrestling fans wouldn't understand, is the fact that, okay, it might be scripted, they might agree on the spots they're going to do, but clearly you've got to be athletic and you've got to be highly trained, highly skilled to be able to perform a match in the first place. You've got to be charismatic. You've got to interact with the crowds, you know, in order to maintain that connection, right? All of this is like, you know, skills that, you know, take a long time to develop. But not only that, but we're actually dealing with something in this example that's very real, in the sense of if he really wins, it's the emotion, and that moment is going to be a very real moment. The joy that he is going to be feeling is not going to be him acting. That joy, that emotion at the end of WrestleMania, that is not going to be him reading from a script, right? Once you win, you go down to your knees. We want you to look up to the sky. We want you to start crying. We want you to... And he's like, yeah, okay, I think I can do that. Okay. You know, that's not what we're getting. What we're getting is he's going to win that title, and whatever we get after is going to be very real. It's going to be very heartfelt. You know, the tears are going to be real. I'd imagine the thoughts of his dad will be going through his head. It's, you know, it's that I think makes it such a special moment. That it really, and it's not just Cody. I mean, when Seth does the heist of the century, cashes in his money in the bank, you know, are you telling me that moment didn't matter to him and that it was all scripted and they were just performing like actors do? No, he's on cloud nine. He's having an out of body experience as he's standing on the ramp, like swinging that belt around. You know, he's just won the WWE Championship in the main event of WrestleMania. It's what you dream of. It's beyond most people's dreams. Most people don't even have those dreams because they're pointless. There's no point having them. He achieved it. So, you know, that's what I think a lot of people miss. So, you know, this to me would absolutely mean that moment would be one of the all-time. I can't say it would be the greatest, right? Because there's other people that have had those moments, like, you know, Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 30, or just the amazing face-to-face between Hogan and Andre. I mean, I just can't get past that moment. That's probably the one for me. But, you know, that moment where you've got Hogan and Rock and the place is going bananas and the crowd are trying to figure out who they're supporting. And we were all surprised when, like, the Hulkamania chants and Hogan chants were really breaking through. You know, the crowd said that they wanted Hulkamania back. Hulkamania was not dead. And, you know, it'd be lovely if we could do that again, you know. It'd be lovely if the wrestling world could do that again, because for Hogan, because if he is sorry, and he has to be sorry, he has apologized, but you know, if we could bring him back in the fold. It feels like WWE have brought him back in the folds, but it doesn't feel like the fans have. It feels like the fans are in a we'll tolerate him sort of area, you know? Like, if he comes out, we won't boo him out the building. If he comes out, we'll give a gentle applause, but we don't really want him here. And I just think for one of the biggest stars in the history of wrestling, it's a real shame, isn't it? It's his own fault. It's his own fault. I'm not saying that it's not his fault. It's his fault. But it would be lovely to see that forgiveness. I think, to be honest, some people can't forgive, right? They can't find it in them to forgive. And some people, I think, are just on the fence. And I think if there was that moment where we got like Hogan chants and Hulkamania just started to shine through once again, I do think a lot of people would join in, because I think there's a lot that are on the fence. I actually think there's a lot that are kind of like, oh, you know, he did say it, but he did apologize. And I think there's a lot in the same position I'm in, which is I don't know how to feel. I don't know if his apology is genuine or if he just said it because he got himself in hot bother, you know, and he's like, he just apologized. I mean, I don't know. I don't think we'll get that. And so I think there'll always be that kind of dark cloud, unfortunately. But I don't like dark clouds. I like happiness and joy and forgiveness and light and positivity. That's what I'm a stand for. You know me, guys. I'm always super positive. So it would be lovely to see that, but I don't know that we'll get that. But we will get Hogan at WrestleMania. I'm sure he'll make an appearance. It's hard to imagine us celebrating 40 years and then not having the guy that basically dominated the first 10 WrestleManias. So I think that we will see him. He's going to be at WWE World on the Sunday. I know that, so let's see. But yeah, I'm excited, man. It's going to be good. It's going to be one hell of a weekend. Jamie said they could do it where Cody gets injured in the tag and says that he can't wrestle, and then we get Roman Rock anyway. But before the match starts, Cody comes out and then beats them both, says Jamie. That reminds me of the awful Adam Cole replacing MJF, even though Adam Cole was injured. I just had flashbacks to that. His fault, says Juan. Yeah, his fault. He made those comments. He made racist comments in a video that leaked in 2015. So he made those comments, and there's people that can't forgive him for those comments. So, I mean, I I want to believe that he didn't mean them and that he was sorry. I want to believe that he is in a that there was just, I don't know. I don't know why he would say it, but you know, those comments are, you know, inexcusable. The only thing he can do is apologize for them and say that he didn't mean them. He wasn't in the right headspace at the time. You know, it was late. I don't know. I don't know how you excuse them. I don't know how you excuse them. I don't think you can. I think all you can do is just apologize and say maybe that you've done a bit of work on yourself or something. I don't know. I don't know. But I can understand why people struggle to forgive him. But I want to believe that he is sorry, and I want to believe. I've said that before. He was so. It's the only way I can word it is that, you know, for me, Hogan was this massive star when I was growing up. So imagine that happening to John Cena. There would be a lot of people that would want to believe that Cena was sorry and Cena didn't mean it, and that Cena was a good person. You know, there'd be a lot of people that would want to believe that. And I feel the same with the Hogan situation. Rock has part 1 and 2 of WrestleMania builds up on YouTube and X. He said he doesn't expect Roman to get The Rock to acknowledge him. Part 3 is coming soon. Oh, he doesn't expect Roman to acknowledge him. Part 3 is coming soon. I need to have a look at that. Evan said WWE Speed is going to be on at 4 p.m. WWE Worlds on Thursday is going to be on at 11 a.m. I thought it was on at 5 p.m, but you're telling me it's on at 4 p.m. Right. That's a horrible time. That is a horrible, horrible time for me. That is bang in the middle of my night, 4 p.m. I mean, like, for me, like, I tend to work 12 hours out. So for me, that's like 4 in the morning, basically. 4 p.m. is like 4 in the morning for me. So it's a horrible time. But I am very interested to watch Speeds. I really want to see what it's like. So I think we might have to try and give it a go. But James said, I'm going to say something controversial. No, go for it. But hey, what's new? Does making that one comment make him racist? If he had continued saying it for years, then yes. Well, no, it's not controversial comment what you've said there. I think the concern was that because it was from a film that had not been in the public domain, right? It wasn't made just, you know, in public. It was a personal film, right? So he was in the comfort of his own home. So his defenses were down. So I feel like even though it was a one-off comment, was that an insight into how he really feels? Was that an insight into who he actually is as a person? You know? I mean, it's easy to go out in the world and put on a brave face, put on a costume, but when all the cameras are gone, right? Not quite all the cameras, but close to all the cameras. When all the cameras are gone and you're talking openly and freely, was that a glimpse into who he actually is? And that's the concern. Even though we don't have lots of examples, was it actually just a real insight into who he is as a person? I don't know. I really, really don't know. I want to believe not. I really do. And I've said before, I mean, in 2018, I still went to his beach shop, you know, and had a look around. And got to hold the WrestleMania. They told me it was the actual belt that was used at WrestleMania 3. It's one of my absolute favorite moments, because it might not be the actual belt from WrestleMania 3, but they told me it was. So I'm holding this belt, which was very worn, and I was holding it, and you had to pay like $20 to get a picture with it, but so worth it. And I'm like, so I don't actually know where the picture is, but as a picture, it's probably my favorite non-family picture. I mean, like, I can't say it's I prefer it over a picture of, say, me and my mum and my dad or whatever, but non-family, me with the WrestleMania 3 belt, if it was, I was told it was, is probably my favorite. I need to find that image. I feel like it probably is on my Instagram, but I don't really use my Instagram. But love that. It's brilliant. And I will go into Hogan's Beach Shop again when I go. Have a little look around. But I did have that quandary of, if the option is there to meet him, do you do it? I mean, first of all, it would be quite expensive. But also, don't know. It's a weird one, because if you put up a picture of you meeting Hogan, you know that you're going to get mixed responses, you know? And you don't want to be sending, like, wrong messages or anything. It's a tricky one. A lot of people saying Roman said if he loses the title, he's leaving WWE. What he actually said was, if he's not at the top, he doesn't want to be there. What the other guy said, it's like Juan said, what the other guy just said, it's like saying it would have been better if we didn't know that he was racist. Well, we wouldn't know. I mean, that is true. We wouldn't know. I mean, I can't presume things about people, right? I can't presume that such and such is racist if they've never said anything that's racist. I can't go, they're racist. Well, I can, but I there's no logical reason to think that, right? So the fact that we've got something that was a racist comment means that we know that he at least made that comment, and that thought process goes through his mind, you know? So it's impossible to say that. It's impossible to deal with what ifs really on this. I mean, rather than going, it'd be better if, I'd say get rid of the if. We don't need it because that didn't happen. Let's deal with what actually happened. And what actually happened was, things were said. And we know they were said. And he's apologized for them. And we know that there's people that have struggled in the WWE roster with that apology. But, I mean, look, everyone's going to have their own thoughts on it. And we don't really need to dig into it. But it does affect things. Because, we could sit here and say, oh, he might get involved in the main event. But there's always that cloud now where you go, oh, yeah, but do they want to? Are they going to want him getting involved in that main event? Is it going to be a distraction in that moment? Hogan coming down, if he hadn't made those comments, you pointing at The Rock. I mean, oh my God, after their match and everything that they had. I know he's an old man, whatever, but he could come down, he could occupy Rock for a bit. He might not be able to beat him, but he'd be able to distract him. And you're talking about one of the all-time greats. So it is a conversation that's worth having, because that is something that could have happened, but I don't think it's happening now at all, because I think those comments have just sort of took him off the... I don't even know if he's going to be there. I don't even know if he's going to be involved. I feel like he should be. But as I said, it's everyone's got their own opinion on it, haven't they? So... Right, and talking of opinions, we need to get some more opinions, because we're just 22 minutes away from the start of this Go Home NXT. So, any NXT thoughts, NXT opinions, what you're looking forward to, what matches you're looking forward to, how you're thinking and feeling about NXT Stand and Deliver. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, because we really don't talk that much about NXT. Until we get to NXT. We tend to be so focused on Roman, Cody, and all of that situation that by the time we actually get to NXT, we haven't really been speaking about it. So any thoughts you've got on NXT, let me know. Star said, I enjoy the content I watch every day. Keep being yourself, and happy WrestleMania week. Dort Knight, shout out to you. And Star, shout out to you. Big Time said, do you remember when he was doing a Hall of Fame speech for someone? He could visibly see New Day not clapping, and he had a look of disgust. We said there's people that struggle, and New Day were the ones I was thinking of. He apologized to the locker room, but New Day seemed to struggle to accept it. I actually don't know where they are with that. now, to be honest. I don't know where they are with that, the New Day. Would be a very interesting question, actually, to ask them. Don't know that you'd get a straight answer, but it would be an interesting question to ask. But then, you know, you'll have the counter argument of, is it right to dredge it back up? You know, is it in the past? Has he apologized? Should we now just move on? Is that where we are with it? So, Sean said people don't know what's going on with Sheamus, but say he is done with WWE. I've not heard any rumors or anything, to be honest. I mean, he was teasing about a week or so ago going after Gunther. And then he did delete his Twitter account, just kind of out of the blue. And then that was it, done. We haven't heard from him since. So I don't know that he's done with WWE. I've not got that impression. I think he was done with social media, just like a few people have been, like Zelina deleted her social media. Or at least her X account. And it was interesting hearing Punk in his interview saying that he was done with... he was like, yeah, I got rid of that cesspool when he was talking to Ariel Helwani. Because Ariel Helwani pointed out that he hadn't been on social media since, I think, like 2022. So, and Punk was like, yeah, I got rid of that. I don't need that in my life. Which you can understand, to be honest. It is... you know, it is a dark place at times. I've said before, and it's worth repeating because some people might not have done this. I used X, I think, the way most people do. Go through my notifications, have a look at a few hashtags, search a few keywords, go through my feeds. You know, I think the way most people do. And most of the time I would come off X feeling like I not had wasted my time, but I definitely did feel that. But that my life hadn't been made better. Like my life hadn't been enriched. I hadn't found it an enlightening or an enjoyable experience, you know. I came off feeling probably a bit flatter than when I went on, and maybe a bit demotivated, and maybe just a bit more, you know, you maybe... Not that I got into, like, arguments with people, but you put a comment up, you're going to get a negative response, yeah? So you're going to see negativity. It's going to happen. It happens to everybody. So the way that I've started doing it now, and, oh, God, it's so changed my enjoyment of it, is that I've got the wrestlers... I've got news sources, and I put them all in a list, and then that means that I can go down the list, and I see nothing but what the wrestlers are saying and what the news outlets are saying. And I've got a few key, like, creators, if you will, that, you know, like Hang 'em High, Kenny for Your Thoughts, people like that, people that you see in Unseens. I've got them in there because they put out pretty positive, pretty fun content, stuff where they're just really trying to look at what's going on in the wrestling world from like a real fun perspective, you know, a different fun angle. And honestly, a lot of that negativity is removed. And it helps with Unseens, but also I don't come away thinking that I've just completely wasted my time, or that it was pointless, or that I'm demotivated, or anything like that. It's so changed my enjoyment of social media. So I would really recommend that you think about that, or look into using lists and sort of creating your own feed. And the great thing about lists is you could have one for WWE, you could have one for Formula One, you could have one for rugby, you could have one for NFL, you could have one for the NBA, where you just have the teams and your favorite creators in those lists. I'm probably telling you something you all know, but I only started using it this year. I only started doing that this year. For Unseen, actually. If you go back to the early Unseens, which again I think was only earlier this year, if you go back to the early Unseens, I was doing them a slightly different way than how I do them now. And as soon as I realized that it would be better to just like bookmark tweets and, you know, show the tweets as a feed on screen, that really changed everything. And it changed a lot, actually. I think it sort of changed a lot of things on the channel. That was kind of a big breakthrough moment, I think. So, you know, like opinions has changed and we do opinions that way. And when we do the review, we sort of use the WWE feed. Although I do need to find a better X account, because whenever I do the review videos, I get lots of videos that obviously I can't play. If I was to play them, I'd get hit with copyright. So I can't play them. And they're just, it's video after video after video. It would be better if there was like screenshots. I need to find a Twitter account that basically screenshots Raw and SmackDown. And you can, it'll be a better visual thing to look at as I'm doing the review. I need to try and find that. I mean, it would be good for them because I'm giving them free promotion. So if anyone knows of an account that like posts screenshots throughout like Raw and SmackDown of different moments, let me know. Because I will then start using them for my reviews rather than WWE, because WWE is good, but it's all videos and it doesn't really, it adds a little something, but I think it can be better. And to be honest, because I watch on TNT and I watch it on my TV, I can't do screenshots. I mean, I'd have to watch it through the computer, but then I think I'm asking a bit of my computer because I'll be streaming at the same time. So I'll be streaming and watching and screenshotting. And I think I might be overloading at that point. I'm not sure. So yeah, that's just thinking out loud. Daze, watching NXT for the first time, said Nando. Hope to see Soul Ruca. You will. I think she's on the show tonight. I think she's taking on Blair Davenport. I would go through what we've got coming up, but WWE are rubbish on a Tuesday at giving us the preview for NXT, because instead they're still fully focused on what went down on Raw, which is understandable because Raw is so important, right? So important. Hey, do you want to see something quite funny? I'm just on their website now. Look at this. Cheeky. Yeah. Here I am. Look. WWE website. I was just having a little look to see if they've still got the results from yesterday. And, I'll show you these results as well. If we go into here, look. So, can you see here? It says Judgment Day defeat the New Day and DIY, right? So it's got the winner. Judgment Day beat New Day DIY. Look at this. Gunther attacks Sammy during Sammy's match against Big Bronson Reed. Doesn't tell me who won, because clearly the person writing this doesn't know. Doesn't know, right? Ivy Nile Maxine defeated Candice and Indy. Ricochet defeated Ivar. Damage Control defeated Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, Tegan Nox. Roman Reigns and The Rock brutalized Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins after a Bloodline Rules match, but it doesn't say who won. Because again, they can't, because they don't know. Oh, it says here, no, look at this. Chairs, tables, whole lot of vicious strike. Match ended in a no contest when the Bloodline showed up. What? The match ended in a no contest when the Bloodline showed up. In a Bloodlines Rules match. No! Shut up! I've only just seen this. I don't think this was there before. After chairs, tables, and a whole host of vicious strikes, the match ended in a no contest when the Bloodline showed up in a Bloodline Rules match. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! What are you on about? What are you on about? What are you on about? What? Shut up! What does this mean? What does this mean? Oh my god! Oh, this ain't the Attitude Era, it's the Nonsense Era! Oh my god, I wasn't even doing that. I can't even remember what I was doing. Oh yeah, I was looking at this. I was going to show you this. Oh my god, that's just blown my mind. So, yeah, I was showing you over here, look. Hang on. Oh, it's flipping gone. Hang on. Boom. Boom. no, it's gone. It was an AEW advert. It was an advert for AEW All Out, and now I've got flipping, what's this? What's this? The finest edit in luxury. I don't know what this is. Let's go back. Let's go there. Go down. Hang on. Come on. Come on. Don't let me down. I haven't got any adverts now. All the adverts have gone. I've gone ad-free. How is it now ad-free? How have I now got no adverts? Oh my god, what a time to be alive. Let's try again. Is it still ad-free? So all the adverts have gone. This is mental. This has been one of the most mental, like, 3-minute periods of my life. I was sat here, right, looking at the website to see if the NXT preview was there, and there was a big AEW all-in advert, and I was like, oh, that's funny. AEW being advertised on the WWE website, that's funny. So I did go to show you that, but then I got distracted by showing you the results. And then we found that no contest thing, which was strange. And now I've come back and the advert's changed, and now the advert's gone. Oh my god. This is, just so you know, this is top tier streaming. This is as good as it gets. Yeah. This kind of nonsense is as good as it gets. So there we go. Jeez Louise. Oh, no advert mode didn't get. Oh, no, I've broken Google Ads. I've ascended. I'm at a whole different level. Who knew? Who knew that you could get rid of adverts? I didn't know. I thought that they were there and they just cycled through all the time to different things. I got rid of them. Gone, mate. I don't even have an ad blocker. If you think it's an ad blocker, it's not an ad blocker because you saw there was adverts there before. Now they're gone. Don't know. Days I'm going to watch, but I think it's unnecessary having an NXT pay-per-view on WrestleMania weekends. I know it keeps them involved, but it's not needed. Yeah, I think that that's a good point. I think that Thursday could have been an interesting night. I mean, they do gigs and things on weekday nights, you know? It's not a problem. Not everything has to be on a Saturday or a Sunday. You could have done NXT on a Thursday, SmackDown on a Friday. You know, if we do move SmackDown, you know, if SmackDown moves to a Thursday, then you could do NXT on the Friday. So, like, we don't need to be on the Saturday. I mean, it is a lot to ask. I thought yesterday was a lot to ask because yesterday they dropped the Bray Wyatt documentary. They dropped the Next Generation WWE, which I haven't even seen, documentary. There was the CM Punk interview on Ariel Helwani, right? Which I understand you got to get word out there. But that was not even like a half hour, even an hour interview. I think it went 2 hours. It was long. I mean, it was, you just had to sit and watch wrestling content all day. And I still haven't got round to watching that flipping Roman one, right? So, to me, it's like, just so much at the moment. Today has been a welcome day where it's not been as heavy. So it means I feel like we can catch our breath. And to be honest, I got stuff to do, man. I mean, I still have not really done the WrestleMania thumbnails. I mean, what we've got are just sort of there as a holding thing. I need to do that. Stand and deliver, I'm not sure. It's going to depend if I get a chance to change those. But I think the stand and deliver one looks all right. It'll be passable if we run with that one. I haven't set up SmackDown yet because that's always a tricky one because you've got to have a Hall of Fame kind of thing on it. In fact, I think I might have seen that they did a graphic that was SmackDown and Hall of Fame. They have done that before where they give it the little corner, you know? So I'm just going to have a look on my phone and see if there is a graphic that has SmackDown and Hall of Fame. Which I don't know. I thought I'd seen one. Yeah, you see like that. That was the Undertaker one. So one side was SmackDown and the other side says Hall of Fame. So that's a good example for 2022 I'm looking for something like that, but for 2024, where it's like not quite 50-50, but both things are represented. That was last year. SmackDown with a little corner that's got Hall of Fame. That was last year. That was 2023. So there must be one for 2024, which I've not... I thought I had seen it, actually. I thought I had seen it. I'll have to have a look at that. That's another job I've got to try and do, is try and find that to then make the thumbnail for SmackDown and Hall of Fame. Oh, it's all happening. Right, we got 6 minutes as well. Daze trying to find that perfection, but one problem with perfection is that it doesn't exist. That's true. It's very, very, very well said. The Pro Wrestling Fanatic, shout out to you, my friends. Hope you are well. It's a good time to be a fanatic of pro wrestling. Has AEW got anything going on? Is there any buzz around them this week? Have they got anything big tomorrow? I don't know. I genuinely do not know what is happening with them tomorrow. Not a clue. It might be that they've got some... I mean, you would think this would be the week to drop a big show, you know? It's WrestleMania week. The people are buzzing about wrestling. It'd be a good week to drop a big dynamite, like a special dynamite. One of those, like, big business type dynamite. This would have been a good week for big business. But, yeah, no, I'm not aware of any. I don't know what we're doing on AEW. Would The Miz headline Hall of Fame, in your opinion? Yeah, he would. I think there would be criticism, though. I think the Miz is an interesting one where he deserves that honor. I mean, if you think how long he's been a superstar for, you think how many matches he's had, how many shows and segments he's done, how many championships he's held. I mean, he's held a fair few championships, including the WWE Championship. He was in the main event of WrestleMania. I mean, going in the Hall of Fame is a no-brainer. It's a much more interesting question to ask, does he headline? That's a much more interesting question. And so, well done for asking it. I think he does, but I also think that you would get criticism. I think The Miz is in a similar bracket to Paul Heyman, in the sense of Paul Heyman has done a lot for the business, ECW, manager, all that kind of stuff, but he's not the most exciting name. Do you know what I mean? Like The Undertaker, The Rock, Stone Cold. Yeah, these are names that you go, oh my God, what a headliner. That's going to be awesome. Paul Heyman, you go, he deserves it. He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. And then I think it's one where you go, headliner, people are like, oh, he deserves it. But I think people would rather him not, and maybe there'd be a bigger star, you know? Like Bray, for example. People were hoping for Bray this year, even after Paul had been announced. They wanted Bray. And I think that would be the same with Miz. I think you could announce Miz, and you could say Miz is headliner, but I think that same mentality would exist, where people are like, I get it, he deserves it, I don't have a problem with it, but could we put Bray in as well as the headliner, you know? So for me, yes, he deserves it. I don't have a problem saying he deserves it. If you think about everything he's done, all the brands he's been on, all the shows, all the matches. How many? I think we can. Does Cage Match tell us the number of matches that people have had? Let's have a look. Let's have a little look, shall we? Miz on Cage Match. I think it does. Right, the Miz. Career highlights, titles, match statistics. Oh yeah, number of matches, 2,140. Oh man, he's got, I didn't even realize they broke it down this much. He's got a win percentage of 35.9%. 35.9% for the Miz. Do you know what? Cage Match gets a bit of a bad rep because of Tony Khan, but the data that they've got, the work that they do, it's very quickly becoming a very invaluable tool. So, you know, just like that, I can find out how many matches The Miz has had and how many matches he's won. Might not be 100% accurate. I would not be surprised to find out that there are matches that have been missed or the odd result that's been incorrectly recorded. That would not shock me. But as a general ballpark, you know, here's a number, it's very good. Very, very good. 2,140. He won 769. He lost 1,335. And he's drawn 36 times. So, yeah, very interesting. Are you going to see UFC 300? Harrison going to be in the UFC 300 like MVP did? Joshua, shout out to you. Yes, we will do that. We will do that. I am focused on WrestleMania this week, although I will get up UFC 300 graphics and all of that as soon as I can. Star said for over 2,000 matches, 35% is pretty good, especially with how long and active he's been. Does anyone know what Cody's Forever tweet was about, says Alchemeltzer? No, I don't. I felt like it was... Is this the Forever, right? I feel like there must have been a line that The Rock said, like, you'll be in second place forever, or I'm going to be the final boss forever, or, you know, something like that. It must have been a line that The Rock said that was not a line that kind of stuck with me, but it clearly stuck with Cody. And so Cody said forever, right? Like, you're going to be the final boss forever, yeah? Well, let's see about that after I come down and wallop you tonight. So I think it was something along those lines, but don't quote me on that. Right, Missy, SP, Mosey the Wrestling Gods, Victor Bettino, it's a nice name, William Hensey, Matt, Angie and Joshua Mead, Pro Wrestling Fanatic, shout out to all of you guys. Appreciate the support. And we've got E. Wilkie. E. Wilkie, I hope you're well, buds. Hope you are well. Give me 1 second as NXT is beginning. Here we go. We're going straight in with a match by the looks of it. Is this Nathan Frazer and Axiom? Yeah. Nathan Frazer and Axiom making their way down. Axiom. There we go. Ding, ding, ding. I don't even think I knew about this match. So, Nathan Frazer and Axiom making their way down. Okay, so E. Wilkie said, who have you got winning in the street fight with the Profits and friends at WrestleMania? I've got the Final Testament. I've got the Final Testament because I just don't feel that the Profits and Bobby's group has... Oh, is this to figure out who's going to be facing... I forgot about this. Who's going to be facing the Wolf Dogs? So, yeah, I just... Bobby's group just feels off to me massively because they don't... They don't have new music. They don't have new ring gear. They don't do anything. We don't see them much on TV. We don't really explore, like, what's Bobby's relationship with Dawkins? Has he got a different relationship with Dawkins than he does with Montez? What's his relationship with B-Fab? How does B-Fab react with Dawkins? How does B-Fab react with Montez? I mean, I feel like this is where the Bloodline was so good, was because we were exploring all of these different relationships, and it meant that the little looks and the little mannerisms meant something. If someone gave someone a little dirty look, you could sort of decode why they were doing it and what it potentially meant. Here, if there's a little look between B-Fab and Montez, I don't know what that's going to mean. if she looks over and there's just a little nod, just looks like a nod. It might not be. It might be somewhat more. They might be planning a coup. But I don't know that because we don't spend any time exploring them as a group. So for me, they just feel so cold. They just feel so flat. They just feel so uninvested in. And you know, I think I've got to blame them. I mean, we've seen from Drew McIntyre that he has taken to social media and he has absolutely excelled on social media. Why can't they take to social media and like explore their relationship? I mean, they can check with the writers as to what the plans are, and then just once they've got a framework, just start fleshing it out a little bit. But we're not seeing that work for whatever reason. We're not seeing that being done. It's all bonus. They don't have to do it. But I would say if you're not getting the TV time that you want or feel you deserve, well, then don't you have to take matters into your own hands? So for me, I'm getting a lot more promos and a lot more insight into Karrion Kross than I am into Bobby and into the Street Profits. So I am leaning to the Final Testament. I'm leaning into the Final Testament. Bobby's group just feels completely undercooked. Just completely. I feel like we've just got raw ingredients. I can't even say we've got a cake. I don't even know if we've got the ingredients for a cake. I think we do. We ain't got no cake, though. I know that much. I'm a cakeless man right now. Nathan Frazer going for some pins on the LWO, and Anderson was in there as well. Obviously, 3 teams battling away. Who's going to go forwards? Who is going to stand and deliver? Nathan up top. Oh, comes crashing down. Hashtag never slow down. Inverted atomic drop. Oh, that was great. Love that by Wilds. Ah, I tell you what, Wilds against Nathan Frazer. That could be a lot of fun. Lovely net breaker there. That could be a lot of fun. Wilds against Nathan Frazer. I feel like Wild has got quite a bit to offer, and I'm not sure about Del Toro, but I really do like Wilds. Axiom getting involved. Right now, we've got both of LWO up in the corner. Back elbow there by Nathan Frazer. Yeah, this could be good. I mean, Axiom and Nathan Frazer against the LWO. Now we got Gallows and Anderson coming over. They're throwing in some shots. Looks like they're going to go for a big 3-team spot as Gallows and Anderson are trying to... It didn't come off, though. Good. I'm glad it didn't come off. It looked like they were trying to do the power bomb to Axiom and Nathan, which then would have resulted in a suplex of the LWO. Double missile dropkick by the LWO. I'm pleased that didn't come off because I always think it looks so fake and staged. So to actually see them try it and it not come off just feels that little bit more realistic, because you would go for it sometimes and it wouldn't come off, you know? Then we get a big splash on the outside. LWO currently standing tall as we go to commercial break. Bishop said, I've got a question for you in the chat. Go, Bishop. What do you think is the most underrated match of all time? What is the most underrated match of all time? Well, because you said the chat, I'll let that cook with them before giving any answers. So let's see what they pop up with. Standback TV said Ospreay versus Powerhouse Hobbs is going to be on Dynamite, which should be quite good. Ospreay and Shibata last week was great. Ospreay, Powerhouse Hobbs. Bobby's faction needs more members, said TBH. They've been severely outnumbered to begin with in this angle with the Final Testament. Wish they would have let Bobby reform the Hurt Business. Standback TV said Ospreay, Powerhouse Hobbs, which should be great. I just got a Prime advert before I joined the stream. Oh my God, no. Did you? Oh, my God. Well, at least you know that if you've bought Prime, at least you know that, like, at least half a penny has probably come to the channel as a result of you watching that. So I'm getting paid by Logan Paul. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Although I would give that half a penny back if it meant we didn't have the logo in the middle of the ring. I haven't even begun to start processing if that's happening. I'm still holding out hope. It's just a prank. It's a joke. It's a marketing ploy. It was done to upset us, and then he's going to go, ah, you thought I was going to do that? Ah. But it's probably happening, isn't it? It's probably happening. Austin versus Angle at Unforgiven 2001 says Wrestle with Andy. That's a really good shout. That's a really good shout. Hey, Wrestle with Andy, are you excited for Scotland? Just in general, please respond. Sam said, do you like my theory that Dominic is going to start his own heel LWO, including Santos Escobar, Andrade, and Carlito, when he turns on Ray? I don't know, to be honest, because Santos is a pretty big star in the sense of I feel he's a leader of a group because he has been the leader of Legado for a long time. I've actually really praised the fact that we've not had, and I was so pleased when Andrade went to Raw and he was away from the Legado LWO stuff. Like, it's not like every Latin American star that we've got, every lucha that we've got, every Mexican wrestler that we've got has to be in that feud. Andrade, it could be like the Shinsuke Nakamura. You know, he could be this big star from a different country. Shinsuke from Japan, Andrade from Mexico. He could be this big star that just fights for the world championship. He doesn't need LWO. He doesn't need Legado. So I was really pleased that we actually got him away from all of that and looked to be treating him like a proper single star. And now all of a sudden he's getting sucked into like Legado and Judgment Day, and I don't know. I ain't keen, to be honest, on putting him in a group like that. I'd rather he be treated as this masked lucha kind of Mexican wrestler. It's not really lucha, but heavy lucha style, of course. So I sort of, this feels like a leader to me because he's been the leader of Legado for years. So to see him now in a group playing a kind of lieutenant role, I don't know. I ain't looking for that. Powerbomb. He's got him up over into the corner goes Anderson. Wrestle with Andy said, I don't think Drew wins at Mania so that he can now win the belt at Clash. Big shot. He's going to be, yeah, it's going to be interesting, isn't it? Does he win that belt in Scotland at the Hydro? It would make more sense for him to win at the Hydro than win at Mania. Oh, that's good. So we just did that getting on the rope and launching move. You know, we've seen him do it on the outside of the ring. The launcher. Now it got done in the ring. So that was a fun moment. Big NXT chant. The crowd are really enjoying the action. Going over Wild. Super kick. Del Toro goes down. Wild rolls out the ring. Axiom is in the ring. People are on their feet right now. Nathan Frazer going up to the top. Comes down. He just missed both of them. Vic Joseph said he got enough. He seemed to overshoot them. Now Axiom goes up on the top. He gets pushed to the outside. He gets knocked into his own partner. Gallows goes down. Anderson looks to go over the top. He comes down. I feel like this is just non-stop people jumping onto people on the outside. I feel like I've seen it like 4 or 5 times. Here's another example. As he goes up to the top, now he comes down. It's just how many different ways can we land on people on the outside? Crowd are into it, though. This feels quite AEW-esque, I would say, in places. Not a bad thing, just a very, you know, that kind of style. Now going for another flip, but Anderson moves out the way. Gallows comes in. Are we going to see the beginning of the end here? Magic Killer, super kick there by Axiom. Gallows and Anderson go to the outsides. This match still rumbling along. Another clothesline. That was botchy, man. That looked botchy. There was like a clothesline there. It didn't look very good. Suicide dive to the outside by Axiom. Yeah, not a fan with all the jumps to the outside. Personally, don't think it looks very good. Some lovely moments in the match. Nathan Frazer gets the pin and gets the win, and it will not be Gallows and Anderson that progress forward, which I think is quite a surprise. I really thought they would go with Gallows and Anderson. I kind of felt like they were here to just provide a bit of star power for Stand and Deliver. But it's not. It's going to be Wolf Dogs taking on Nathan Frazer and Axiom. So get in your thoughts. Get in your scores. What did you think about that opening match? Crowd enjoyed it. Crowd were really vocal on their feet. Lots of excitement. Big spots. Big moments. Okay, the poll is up, and here is Kelly in the ring to speak to Nathan Frazer and Axiom. How are you feeling? Ever since we've started this tag team, we have never slowed down. So Nathan Frazer is really fired up. We are unstoppable, says Axiom. Okay, they're looking over at that platform because the Wolf Dogs are standing there. We've got Braun, we've got Baron. And we go backstage with Lexis King. Sam said Drew wins the match. Damian cashes in either at Mania or Raw after. Drew wins it back at Clash. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Damian successfully cashes in and Drew gets it off Damian. For over a year now, Von, Mr. Stone has been trying to guide you. You can't even take care of yourself. Everyone's going to be happy when they see the King's hand raised in victory. Okay, Fallon Henley is making her way down now. So, Fallon Henley coming out with Thea Hale. Thea Hale's got a cowboy hat on, cowgirl hat on. Kalani Jordan as well. Oh no, Fallon Henley just giving a bit of a wipe to the camera. So, Fallon Henley in the ring. She's going to be taking on Jacy Jayne. Fallon Henley against Jacy Jayne coming up next. I like cowgirl Thea Hale. Friday. On the eve of the biggest WrestleMania. A special WrestleMania SmackDown. KO show with special guest Randy Orton. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Oh, hello. Jey Uso, Solo Sikoa. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Eric Bischoff said CM Punk interview proves I am right about AEW, says Evan. Axiom and Frazer winning screams wolf dogs retaining to me, said A. Jobson. Evan said, I've sent you that SmackDown graphic. Oh, did you? Legend! You're a legend! You DM'd it me. Oh, that's kind. That was a job I had to do, was try and find that graphic. Where did you DM'd it me? Did you DM me where? On Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or Threads or Friends Reunited or MySpace? Was it MySpace? Is that women's Raw NXT April Fool's match going to be on NXT again? Is that women's Raw NXT April Fool's match going to... What's that, Jonathan? There's a lot of words there, but I don't quite understand them. Do you mean the Candice one? That was the women's... That was on Raw. They were women. I know a woman when I see one. Jacy. Miko Satomura should sue The Rock for gimmick infringement. Yes. Jacy. Jacy. Let's get rid of that. Boom. Good brothers. More like bad brothers, said A. Jobson. Okay, so you DM'd me on X. I don't have it, but are you sure you DM'd me? I don't have it. Are you sure it's me that you've DM'd? Or have you sent it to, like, the president? Is it a comment? Did you tag me in it? I don't know what's going on. All I know is that you've told me that you've tagged me in a graphic, or that you sent me a graphic, and I can't find it. And so now I'm in a whole new world of pain. This is a pain I didn't even know I was going to experience today. Yeah, Emma has tagged me in one, but it's too thin. You're right, it's the one I'm after, but it's too thin. I can't really make a thumbnail out of it. See that on my phone? Look how thin that is. Oh, look, and even X isn't responding to me now. Oh my god! Does anyone else get that? X is terrible for me on my phone. Terrible. Constantly crashes. But yeah, that's the graphic there with like Heyman tucked in the corner. But look how thin it is. It's like I could put a letter through it. It's that thin. It's like a flipping letterbox. That is what I'm after, but I'm after... Oh, there you are, Evan. Yes, that's more like it. That's better. That's better. I'm surprised they've not had popped Paul Heyman on that, though. But if that's the official graphic, that's the official graphic, isn't it? So that's the one, but that's the one I was after. Thank you. I've responded with a heart emoji just for you. Daze, Cody is on ESPN tomorrow. You might want to do a video on it. I will likely chuck whatever it's in to unseen. Oh, hello. His car has been clamped. Ilja's car has been clamped. Should have paid the parking tickets. Get in the car. You don't want to keep the Don waiting. Ilja has been told to get in the car. So he gets in the back of the car. You don't want to keep the Don waiting. I'm not a big fan of Ilja doing all this running around. Who cares? He's the champ. You're going to do what the Dom wants. But we've got to get him there, haven't we? So, right, here's Jacy and a load of women. Honestly, it's Jacy and women. Jacy, Izzy Dame, Kiana James, Jasmine. Tuesday Night Heat. Live stream tonight, 10 p.m. Tuesday Night Heat. Up, up, down, down. That's going to be straight after NXT, isn't it? Don't you dare miss Unseen. Don't you dare. I do like Jayne. I like Thea in that cowgirl hat. I don't know if you call it cowgirl, if it's a girl. Lady cow hat. Should have asked Ilja on a date first. Already going to dinner without a date, says Tom. I can see Cody and Seth crashing in on the Jimmy Fallon show and beating down The Rock and Roman. Well, if they do, I hope it looks really good. Oh, hello, little roll on the ground here. Now they're going the other way. This is Fallon and Jacy. Back up to their feet. We need to end this poll, don't we? Because we don't want any confusion. There's enough confusion in the world. We don't need any more. I like Jacy as a heel, said Intoxicated Drums. A. Jobson said Jacy is winning today because Team Babyface wins. Stand and deliver. Christopher said, I am done for the night. See you on Tommy's AEW stream. Christopher, shout out to you. Have a good night doing whatever it is that you are doing. Unless it's like mugging old people. And I can't support that. I refuse to support that. Right. Fallon goes to the outside and we've got lots of girls laughing at her. Then we've got Jacy to the outside throwing in some shots. Is this like a new faction? Thea's being held back by Kalani Jordan. Kalani Jordan trying to calm down Thea. Fallon has been grabbed. She gets chucked in the ring. Jacy gets in the ring. Net breaker there by Jacy. Going for the cover to kick out by Fallon. Jacy against Thea is the match we're waiting for. I don't think that's been announced yet, though. Fallon into the middle turnbuckle. Face first. She's over by the ropes. Daze never reads my milestones. Have you reached a milestone? What's your milestone, William? I'll read it. What's your milestone? Daze, I would tag you in things, but you do not watch porn. That's true. I'm a virgin. Daze, I've tagged you. Now you are it, and you've got to chase someone else and tag them. Okay, I'll tag Evan. Evan, you've been tagged. Daze, do you watch The Walking Dead? I do, but I don't watch the new shows because I didn't have access to them until I found ways of getting access to them. And then I've watched a couple of episodes, so I have not watched with The Ones That Live or The Ones That Live. I'm 2 episodes into Dead City. So this is not the week for making any progress on that front, unfortunately. But I'm 2 episodes into Dead City. I've still got to do the Daryl Dixon show, and then by the time I'm done that, I think The Ones That Live will have got, you know, probably season 1 done. Looks like they might do a couple of seasons of that by the looks of it. I think they're quite happy with the ratings. Right, Jacy with moving out the way. I think there was a suicide dive in there by Thea. Now Kalani has come round. But Kiana hurls Kalani into the barricades. Now they've got Thea. Fallon comes to the outsides. Whoa, I thought Fallon almost hit Thea there. Feel like Fallon's just throwing shots everywhere. Everyone's getting it. Oh, big knee. Big knee by Jacy. 2, 3. Jacy wins. Man, there was so much outside distraction. But the end result is it is a victory for Jacy Jayne. Jacy Jayne picks up the win. Let's get the poll up as to what you thought about that match. Match score. Boom. All time. Great. Good, okay, or bats. Boom. Dean said, I've been struggling with mental health a bit recently, and the streams have been a comfort. Oh, Dean, shout out to you, buds. Yeah, it's, oh, hello, we're backstage. We're in Gorilla? We're in NXT Gorilla? Jacy going off. I was never your friend. I created the calendar to regain the attention and the spotlight that should never have been taken off me. I like that. Ava says, good job, let's move it along. It's live TV. Now Lexis King is making his way out. Here's Thea. God. Stand and deliver. 6-woman tag. Ava's had enough. Oh, I just can't be here. Because that's how you are as a boss. When you're a boss... yeah, oh, I can't deal with this. Oh my god, I'm out of here. Oh. So that's it. She's left. Imagine that. Imagine Vince in Gorilla with wrestlers shouting. He's like, oh, I'm off. Perhaps he should have done that. So yeah, Dean, shout out to you, buds. I hope that today has been a positive day, a day full of light. Just like every day should be. And if it wasn't, then make tomorrow. Make tomorrow a day full of light. Manny said, these camera angles are so good. William said, Daze, I am going to Shot Fest in Tulsa. Hopefully I get better than 3rd place. What's that? Is that where you have, like, drinks? Big Time said, the Raw rating is out. 1.7 for Rock Roman appearance and commercial free. Little lower than we would have liked, to be honest. Would have been nice to have been knocking on the 1.9 door. Certainly 1.8. Was it what was it? 1.7 what? 1.7 what? Raw rating. Boo, 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 boo. I don't have it. I don't have it. I don't know what that number is. Why? I'll just go to WrestleNomics. WrestleNomics. Hi, Princess Lady. Hi, Princess Lady. It is quarter hours. It is, oh, that's Collision. I don't care about Collision. Is that it? No, that's Rampage. What? Big Time, what is it? 1.7 what? SmackDown. No, I want Raw. Where's Raw? Collision. I've done Collision. I've done SmackDown. Where is it? I can't see it on WrestleNomics. Big, have you made it up, Big? You've made it up, haven't you? You've made it up. You've made it up for attention. You've come in here with your made up number. Dave Meltzer 35 minutes ago said I don't have the Raw rating. So apparently Big Time Baxter's got it, but Dave Meltzer hasn't. Explain yourself. Explain yourself right now. right now. Sports TV Ratings Twitter account has replied that it's 1783 1917. What the flip? What are all those numbers? Who? Sports TV? Oh my God, you've gone too deep, bud. You need to go for a walk. You're now following Sports TV Rating account. You've gone too deep, buds. I think you're so deep into this rabbit hole now. I think there's no helping you. You're going to have to join the TV ratings. You're going to have to get a job with them. You're too far in. There's no saving. I can't get you back out now. You're going to have to work for Nelson TV Rating, then. You're going to have to... we're going to have to start calling you Nelson. Oh, my God. Big time Nelson. Big time Nelson Rating. Look, I'm on the flipping thing now. I'm on their site now. You've dragged me down at this level. I don't want to be going into this murky water. Can't even find what I'm looking for. 1.78's not that bad, says Brony. Well, we're still waiting for it to be confirmed. We're dealing with Cowboys here. Yeah, we're dealing with Sports TV Ratings Twitter, which I've never even flipping heard of. Tristan, shout out to you, my friends. Shout out to you. Big Time said, I love it. It's a drug. I just need the ratings, man. Just give me any rating. I'll have anything. Well, I can give you the rating for the weather channel if you want. Yeah, oh god, yeah. That'll do. That'll just tide me over, man. That'll just tide me over. I've got the rating for Women of Wrestling. Yeah, man, just give me that. That'll do. That'll get me through to tonight when I can get the rating for SmackDown. Oh god, I just it's been an hour or so. I can't. I need a rating. That's you, Nelson. Big time Nelson. That's you. I love it. It's a drug. WrestleNomics just bored way too many numbers into my brain. You love numbers. You love them. Don't you act like you don't love numbers. You love numbers. And demos. Oh, God. You love it. You live for it. Von Wagner's come down. Right, Von Wagner against Lexis King. We were at commercial break, but you know what? We're not now. We're back. We are back, baby. So, Von Wagner, Lexis King. Dean said, are you doing any meet and greets anytime soon? I'd love to meet you one day and share wrestling memories. There are no plans. I don't know what's happening with Florida. Florida's weird because I know there's a few community members in Florida. I don't mind meeting anyone, right? It's, you know, this is a pleasure doing these streams. So I have no problem meeting anybody. The only problem I've got with Florida is I genuinely don't know where I'm going to be at any time because of the fact that the way that I am doing it is... it's not really a structured, I'm doing this on this day, this on this day. It's going to be get up, go out, let's go over here and hit as many shops as we can find, and then let's go that way the next day, and then let's go this way the next day, and then let's go this way the next day. And it's literally just Walmart, Target, toy shop. It's whatever is in that direction, I'm coming for you. And then the next day, whatever is in that direction, I'm coming for you. Be it a Target, be it a Kmart, be it a Best Buy, be it a Virgin Megastores. Yeah, whatever it is. Toys R Us. Coming. FAO Schwartz. I'm on my way. Yeah, I'm on my way. But yeah, UK-wise... I've done about 4, 5 Wrestle Shop lives, but they've always been in London. Don't know if they're going to have any plans to do something in Scotland, though. If they do, and they want me to be a part of it once again, I would gladly do it, because I love doing those. Love doing those. Honestly, some of my favourite memories, some of my favourite moments. There was a great moment where a lot of the community members got together at the last one. There was like Aaron and Wrestle with Andy and Miss Clown. There was a bunch of us that kind of... It was like the Avengers, but better. So, yeah, it was good. So, to answer your question, no. There's no plans. But I have done them, and there could be more. In fact, I'm sure there will be more. But for now, feel free to share your wrestling memories on here. Or wrestling thoughts, theories, whatever you want, really. Netbreaker by Lexis King. Big Time said, you should see Cornette post the dynamic breakdown every week on the YouTube, getting 60 to 100,000 that are eating that up. Oh, the dynamite breakdowns. Yeah, because there's a lot of people that really look forward to that dynamite number coming out. And for the longest time, it was, is it going to do 1 million or not? And if it didn't, oh, brilliant. Let's see why they failed. Let's see why Jim Cornette thinks they failed this week, right? I think I would have thought that would have got boring by now, because I think I heard it was like 50 odd weeks since they've last done 1 million. Now it's like, I suppose now it's got so bad on the ratings that now it's become something a bit different, which is, can they even stay in the 800,000 range? Because now we've, last week was 747, wasn't it? So now, I mean, I don't know, if it comes out and it's this week 850, would the Dynamite breakdown be as engaging? Would as many people tune into it? Perhaps they would, because they'd be a little bit more inclined to find out, why does he think it's gone up, so drastically. If it was just consistently around that kind of 850 mark, I don't know, I think people might get bored. I don't know, it's an interesting one. I think it's undeniable there's a lot of anti-AEW sentiment within that viewership, though. I don't think it's a lot of people hoping that number improves, let's put it that way. I think it's a lot of people reveling in the fact it hasn't. Boom! Von Wagner planting Lexis King on the edge of the ring, the hardest part of the ring. Now he's exposing the commentary table. He's going to look to drive Lexis King through the commentary table. Where's the sweets? That's my question. Where's the sweets? The box of sweets. He's got Lexis King up. Oh, Lexis King gets back down, though. Big clubbing blow. He's going to look to pick up Lexis King one more time. No, they just all kind of collapsed down, to be honest. It was all a little bit botchy. It was all just a little bit botchy. Right now, Lexis King is back in the ring. Here comes Von. Von coming over. Lexis King grabbing Von, bringing him into the middle. He's got the arms kind of... I love that. He's got the arms kind of crossed over and then did a swinging net breaker. And he gets the win. He gets the win. Lexis King beats Von Wagner. That's a big win. It was clean as well. Ava is popping in to see Carmelo. We have to have a winner. The ref has been told to be a little bit lenient. Tell your boys to be ready because mine will, says Carmelo. Right, here's Natalia with Carmen Petrovic. Here's Roxanne. I don't need you or any of my former heroes. So Roxanne saying that to Natalia, I don't need you or any of my former heroes. Right, here's Lola Vice. Lola Vice making her way down to the ring. Lexis King. That seems like a really statement win for Lexis King. I did not expect him to win that match. Lola Vice against Carmen Petrovic coming up next. Daze, I will say I'm not as bad as Meltzer, who literally always says on Observer is staring at the number for 30 minutes and really analysing age groups. Like, really studies all the different breakdowns. Oh, you'll get there, bud. Just keep working at it. You'll get there. Lola's hips have never lied, said Zoo. Yeah. Ava is good. I like her character a lot, said Intoxicated Drums. And she hasn't even went into a ring yet, does she? She's had a match. I'm trying to think if she's had a singles match, but she's been involved in a tag match when she was in Schism. She might have had a singles match. She wasn't very good. It was all just real basic, slow, low-level stuff, really. I mean, there was nothing adventurous. There was no quick reversals or snappy explosive movements or missile drop kicks or, anything like that. It was all very simple, basic, welcome to wrestling stuff. I think the way that we're using her is right, though, because it's The Rock's daughter. She's clearly got a massive future. There, whilst working on her, I mean, she will be working in ring all the time, right? All week long, she'll be doing in-ring stuff. And then when it comes to the show, she doesn't do in-ring stuff. She does her talking. It's a great way of just getting her talking, used to talking, being confident with talking, being put in different scenarios, being put in different settings, talking in a ring, talking backstage, being official, having to separate fights. Just puts her in all these different situations. It's very clever. Very, very clever. Because in-ring wise, she might not be ready to, have singles matches and all that kind of stuff. But you can work on that now. So we will get to the point where she'll be an in-ring competitor. I don't have much doubt about that. The only thing I would doubt is if she's suffered an injury that we don't know about, or if she just does not want to be a wrestler anymore. She's tried it. She doesn't like it. She wants to do something different. I'm not aware of that, though. To my knowledge, they're working on her promo skills, really, right now, while she's learning wrestling in the background. And then eventually they'll put her in the ring. She'll be better than what you saw last time. And she will have made a lot of progress with her talking and her promos because of the GM thing. So, yeah, it's good. It's clever. Makes sense. Brony said, it would be wild if Ava stayed as a GM her whole career. I think they have her as in that role for now because she's not ready in ring, doesn't have a compelling gimmick or character. Ava, Dad, stop making little kids cry. Did you see that Dijak asked Ava if she could make a match between him and The Rock? I meant to have a look to see if she responded to that, actually. Okay, here. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this. Ariana Grace. Georgina. Aren't you a curious little bird? Ren Sinclair has arrived. I'm sure Georgina will look great. Are you implying I want to change Georgina for the worst? I am. She's baffled, astonished, and appalled. Those are fighting words. Those are fighting words. Oh, she's gone. And she's took the dresses with her. Well, Ren Sinclair has really upset Ariana Grace there. Really upset her. I don't think she did respond to Dijak by the looks of it. Although that is good. That is good. So here we've got... Is that actually Jada Parker? Yeah, I think that actually is Jada Parker. So look at this, right? So here's The Rock. What does he do? Oh, right. He just knocks the camera away. So The Rock just knocks the camera away. Why did... is that something that Jada Parker does in her entrance, maybe? And so Jada Parker said, with all due respect, Ava, get your pops. Get your pops. I think Jada does that as part of her entrance. So I think she's thinking there's a bit of gimmick infringement here. And Ava responded by saying, that's above my pay grade, toots. That was only 3 hours ago. That's going in unseen. That's going in unseen. Oh my God, this is live. It's going straight in. Have we got an NXT folder? No, we have now. Oh my God, it's gone straight in. Guys, you don't even need to watch Unseen anymore because now you're just finding out everything that's going to be in it anyway. That's gone in it, and this has gone in it. What's this? The day is April 6th, 2024. The time is 12:05. The main event of WrestleMania has carried over into the early morning. A crowd is in disbelief as Liberty Roads has hit 3 consecutive crossroads on Ava Rain at Lincoln Financial Fields. Even within the stupidest of tweets, you still get my name wrong, says Ava. Is it because she's not Ava Rain anymore? Is she just Ava now? Perhaps she's not Ava Rain. Even in the most stupidest of tweets, you get my... I'm to Sean Ross up. Finish the story! Oh my God, Miro's trending! Oh my God, why is Miro trending? What's happening? We got Lola Vice in the ring. AEW releases 10 wrestlers. Miro. Oh, that's funny. AEW releases 10 wrestlers. There's Miro just waiting. Just waiting to be released. And his time never came. His time never came. Is that why he's trending? Because there was people being released and Miro wasn't one. Yeah, that person's got the same tweet as well. Malachi, Buddy, and Miro seeing that they didn't make the cut. Right, back elbow there by Carmen Petrovic. James said, unseen, despite the fact we already saw it. That's right, tonight, guys, special episode of Seen. Lola Vice is in control. Let's end this, because otherwise it's going to get confusing. Carmen in the corner. Kick coming in there as Lola gets driven back. Duck underneath by Carmen. Kick to the midsection again and again. Throwing in these kicks. Lola Vice goes down. Carmen Petrovic looking very impressive. Carmen's got that kind of karate background, doesn't she? So 1, 2. So this is like 2 girls that can fight. Let's go. 12, 11, 11. That comes out at 89% goods. Oh, man. Beautiful strike there by Lola. Beautiful. Right now, she's got Carmen. What are we going for? Sharpshooter? She steps through. Because, oh, yeah. Sharpshooter applied. Lola, oh, it's good. She looks right at Natalia as well. She's like, do you remember this move? Yeah, sharpshooter. I'm beating your friend with this move. That's my Lola impression. Oh, God, what a strike. Spinning back fists. Ding, ding, ding. I love that she's still dancing in the background. You've got Natalia checking on Carmen. Are you all right? So, and in the background, you've just got Lola standing over here going... like that. It's a very powerful image. Very powerful. I need to find that. I want to find that. It was so good. It was a bit sexy, actually. What I did, not what she did. What I did. Where's Lola? Let's search Lola. Why didn't Natalia just go and smack her in the face? Oh, guys, I'm so tired now. That's the most exercise I've done in like months. I'm going to keep an eye out for that clip. That clip was hilarious. Oh, man. Mr. Tar Heel says, thank you. James said, I'm sure they moved Mania from 8 to 7. New meme. New meme. Let's go. Mitchell said, can we clip Daze for Unseen? Yeah. Finally got up. Finally flipping got up. Can we just point out that I'm not even out of breath? I'm a cardio machine. I am a cardio machine. I'm basically like one of them marathon runners. Oh. Did no one else find that as funny as me? Because no one else has got that clip of Lola. Oh, hang on. I'm searching Miro. That's why. Guys, there's no mention of Lola on this Miro search that I've done. Who would have thought it? I wasn't lying. She was just in the background. Look, she's only stood there. She should go and smack her. This one should smack this one. Because she's standing after beating up this one. And just... Lola is such a troll. She's just doing the old hip thrusting thing. I'm so retweeting this. Greatest wrestling moment of all time. The greatest wrestling moment of all time. Right, let's turn that down. Money in the Bank is trending. Why is that trending? What the flip's going on with Money in the Bank? Dolph Ziggler. Huh? Dolph Ziggler is framed backstage at the Barclays Center. Alright, good for him. Damien and Damien. Damien and Damien? Damien and Damian. I always thought that looked like chocolate. I don't know why. Probably because it did. Roman's mom and dad reaction to when Seth came out to cash in his Money in the Bank contract. Ah, is that from the A&E documentary? Never seen that before. Anyway, here's Liv beating Ronda for the championship. Not bothered, mate. Not bothered, mate. Scrap the PLE and put it back at WrestleMania. Yeah, they should. They should. Clash at the Castle is going to be at the OVO Hydro. OVO. 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 Oh, man, that's going to be... Now that we can swear in WWE as well, God only knows what chance that Scottish crowd's going to come up with. Here's Ilja. The Ovo has got a weird layout, says the Beach Kevin. Christopher says, I love it. It's good, in it. Edward, shout out to you, buds. Dave's prediction, whoever wins out of Rox and Lyra, doesn't matter, because they'll be confronted by Camille. Is she going to NXT, is she? I haven't heard anything on that. I thought she was AEW bound. Right, the shutter is going up. Ilja Dragunov is making his way inside this space. This isn't a dinner. There's a dude with a buzzsaw just cutting wood. Don't mind me. I'm just making shelving. Don't mind me. And there's a dude with a nail gun. Perhaps they're building a display stand for the championship. That'd be nice. I thought he was going for a dinner. Oh, he is. There's a table. Oh, there we go. Small table, in it. They could have made a bigger table. Hey, they've got wood. They've got tools. Here's the Riz. Here's the Riz. Let's go. What we have in Tony? Where's the menu? Are we having starters? It's very tense. Oh, there we go. It's very tense. Small tables in mob movies aren't good, said Zoom Station. Well, no. I mean, I like to have a selection, to be honest. It's no good for me. I like to have little bits to pick, you know, a little bit of garlic bread, maybe some wings over here, a bit of salad at the sides. I mean, like Tony, mate. You got a buzzsaw, you got a flipping nail gun, you got about 20 guys that all look like they're dab hands with tools. And this is the table. The flip. Right, Supernova sessions. Let's go. Let's go. Did we do the poll? Am I all confused? No, I started doing it and then I didn't do it. Roxanne, you have to put on a red light. That was amazing. That was amazing. They've said it was amazing. You're amazing. You're amazing. Here's Roxanne Perez. This is the new attitude. Look at that. She's got like chains dangling from her boobs. I was so taken with that Lola ending that I forgot to put the poll up. So if you want to know what you're voting on Lola Vice against Carmen Petrol. Carmen Petrol. Okay, Roxanne has come down and she takes the seat. Here comes Lyra, Valkyria. Metaphor's graphics look quite Spice Girls-ish. They do, actually. That's a good shout. They do. Here's Lyra. Where's Tatum Paxley? Lyra stepping through the ropes. Chill out, Lyra, chill out. Smile on the face. of Roxanne. No smile on the face of Lyra. That's the title I never lost. I am so sick of this. Do you want to know why you're not NXT champ? Indy Hartwell climbed a ladder faster than you. You had the opportunity to regain your title. How about Vengeance Day? You lost that one. It is a fair point. I mean, she never lost it. And then, I don't know, to say that she didn't win it back in a ladder match. And then to say that she didn't win it back when someone cashed in. I mean, they have done a good job of kind of keeping her protected. Oh, what's this? Double standards. Apparently, Cora and Roxanne were supposed to reunite as a heel tag team, said A. Jobson. You don't know what it's like to lose that championship. Look at that dude in the background that's got, like, the Intercontinental Championship on a white. It's just leaning back as, like... He was living his best life. You'll find out that a champion is made not after you win the title, but after you lose it. I didn't have it in me to snap your arm like I did a few weeks ago. But now I do. You think losing the championship broke me? It only made me dangerous. There's a guy in the background. He's got a white beard, white hair, and he was like... he seemed to like that line. Lyra's got up. Save it. Stand and deliver. It's going to be a great match. Biggest show of the year. Want to know the difference between me and you? When I win. All you do is... And she said B word. No, I'm dark. Can't believe it. He's fallen off the sofa. Lift me up. Lift me up. Lift me up. Oh, God. Are we allowed to say these words now? I know. Oh, my God. She said the B words. Oh, I feel very uncomfortable. I feel like Noam Dar is hiding behind a pillow. Lyra and Roxanne. Roxanne says she's got a whole year of rage built up in her. Slap there by Roxanne. Oh, beautiful kick. Beautiful kick by Lyra. Lyra picks up Roxanne. She's going to put her through the table. Ah! Through the table goes Roxanne. Damn, there was a container... like a porcelain container on there, and I was like, oh my God, I hope she doesn't hit that. And thankfully she didn't. I think there was lots of sweets. Yeah, look at that. Sweets. Might not have been porcelain. It might have been plastic. We're trying to get sources to find out. Once we get an update on that, I'll let you know. It might have been porcelain. It might have been plastic. They're basically the same thing. But Roxanne is down as Lyra stands over her, which is probably not a good sign if you're a Lyra fan. Probably not a good sign. Normally, if you end standing tall, it means that you lose at the show. But that is not a hard and fast rule anymore. Right. Lola, Carmen, 97% good. People really enjoyed that match. Oh, you really enjoyed that, didn't you? Right, Dijak. It was real glass. It was real glass. Oh my God. CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk. Lyra said F you. Did she? Oh, I'm so desensitized to that sort of language. I just don't even hear it. Dijak, let's stand and deliver. I'll show you why I'm North American champion. Oba Femi is making his way out. Time for our next match. God, we're moving quick. Anyone else think we're moving real quick tonight? We've already had 4 matches and a Supernova session and some backstage segments. I feel like we're moving quick. Oba Femi, I think he's taking on Joe Gacy. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Right, he's making his way down to the ring. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, hello, Meat Mill. I don't know any Meat Mill. Oh, hello, what's this? What's your fate? What's this? Have a look. Birth month, May. Lost to. Oh, what? Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean? I did a main event or cash in, or I lost. Oh my God! We've only just started this game. We've only just started. Ah, and it's from USA Network, so it's official. Oh God, I haven't even ever had a match, and I've already lost. Lost to letter of your first name, D. The Rock. Oh, God. I lost to the final boss. And letter of your last name. I don't have a last name. It's just Daze, isn't it? Should I do Wrestling Daze? Letter of your first name, Wrestling. I lost to Cody Rhodes. Oh. In a championship match. Well, that's not bad, actually. I was fighting for the title, but I was so close, guys. Oh, God, I was so close. If I go with Wrestling Daze, then I lost to Cody Rhodes in a championship match. Oh, what? What have you got? What have you got? One of the options is a Nigerian drum match. Do you remember that? Nonsense. Why the hell would they include that? If I had all the if they were like, right, we need 6 options: championship match, Hell in a Cell, street fight, submission. I don't know. You could give me 100 options, and I don't think I would get to Nigerian drum. Was this put together by Apollo Crews or Omos? They're the only people I can think that put this together. That's pretty fun. That's pretty fun. I mean, it's wrong. Clearly, it's all messed up, but pretty fun. Right, we are at commercial break. I lost to Rhea, said Axiom. Embarrassed Rhea in a Nigerian drum match, said Eric. Oh my God, Eric, you so won. You so won. Oh yes, love that picture. Who does it better? Dijak or Ivar the Micro? Guys, it's going to be an unseen. Who does it better? Isn't this the same person? Oh, gods. Guys, scene tonight is going to be brilliant. Add to folder. What does that go in? NXT. Or fun. Goes in fun. It's fun, innit? I looked at it and I laughed. So it goes in fun. That's the rule. If I look at it and I laugh, then it goes in fun. I defeated The Rock in a Nigerian dream match. You had a Nigerian dream match. What, you dreamed of Nigeria? Oh my god, that's the best match. That is the best. You had a Nigerian dream. I don't even know what that means. I think it means that you dream of Nigeria and all the things that Nigeria is known for. Yeah, I'll search. I'm not sure either. What's Nigeria known for? Nigeria known for vibrant and friendly energy expressed through diversive creative expression. That's what they're famous for, apparently. 13 things you need to know about Nigeria. No, what are they famous for? Tell me something they're famous for. Nigeria, famous for 10 things Nigeria does better than anywhere else. Here we go. Traditional weddings. Did you know that? In Nigeria, if you've reached your 30th birthday and you're still unhitched, the elders will harass you down the aisle. Which is why barely a week goes by without someone staging a traditional wedding ceremony somewhere. Weddings are a sacred part of cultural life, but also an excuse to show off cuisine, fabulous clothing, music, and dance moves in a bonanza. That's amazing. If you're not married by 30, then you get forced down the aisle. If you've not experienced a traditional Nigerian wedding, you haven't experienced Nigeria. Was that part of your dream? Did the elders force you down the aisle? Jollof rice. Mouth-watering tomato-based rice dish is a party staple. Jollof rice. Not heard of that. Eating chicken to the bone. While we're still on the subject of food, Nigerians are champions of eating chicken to the bone. It's not enough to simply eat the flesh. We break up the bones and we even use the marrow. Interesting. Nollywood. Have you ever heard of Nollywood? Nollywood films? Nigerian films? Nollywood? I've never heard of Nollywood. You've got Bollywood and Hollywood, and now we've got Nollywood. The Durbar Royal Horse Parade. Optimism. Oh, Joe Gacy's just got beat down. Bronze sculptures is another one I didn't know. God, we're learning, man. We are learning. All of that was from CNN Travel. So there we go. Fun facts. Right, we're underway. Oba Femi against Joe Gacy. Joe Gacy got jumped by Sean Spears. Sean Spears. I have main evented a PLE with The Rock in a championship match. Nollywood sounds like Codswallop to me, said Aubrey. Listen. I'm just going off what CNN said. Elbow by Oba Femi. We are up to 819 Transformers. Well done. Defcon Prime, shout out to you. Daze, I lost to Gunther in a championship match. There's no shame in that, buds. No shame. Who hasn't? That's what I would say. Show me a man that hasn't lost to Gunther in a championship match. 1, 2, Kick out. I lost to The Rock in a ladder match, said Corey. I want Cody's match to end in a dusty finish, said Nelson. Over in the corner goes Joe Gacy, and he goes down. Kyle said the next 4 horsewomen are Lyra Valkyria, Tiffany Stratton, Roxanne Perez, and Cora Jade. Oba Femi collides into Joe Gacy. Oba Femi looking out at the crowds. We got 40 minutes to go, and we're building up towards a confrontation between Carmelo and Trick. Joe Gacy goes to the outside. A. Jobson said, this has so far been one of the best NXT shows of the year. In February, we got a lot of dull episodes. The last 3 have been getting good. Yeah, I feel like this has been a more engaging show. I agree with that. Oba Femi just absolutely messing up Joe Gacy there. Big strike. Joe Gacy went down on the edge of the ring. Oba Femi getting into the ring. Kicks coming in there by Joe Gacy. Kicking away at Oba Femi, and a big chop coming in. Big strikes coming in. Driving Oba Femi back. Oba Femi went for a big clothesline. But Inzaguri kick. Step up Inzaguri by Joe Gacy. Gacy battling back right now against Oba Femi. Trying for a suplex and gets it. Very impressive. Dro said Trick must be protected at all costs. Sean Spears against Joe Gacy at Stand and Deliver would be my guess. Yeah, I wonder if they'll do it on the kickoff show. Nicole said Lyra would equal Becky and Tiffany would equal Charlotte. Roxanne would equal Bailey and Cora would equal Sasha. Good luck telling the Sasha stands that Cora Jade is just as good. Let me know how that gets on. Have we even got Sasha stands anymore? I don't know if I see them around as much anymore. What happened to that community? What happened to that lovely community? What happened to that lovely, very positive community? My Dashhound watches wrestling 24/7. Ref stoppage. Joe Gacy, all right. Oh, we've got some people coming in, checking on Gacy. You can tell Oba Femi looking from side to side looks a little bit... Oba Femi has beaten him so bad. Joe Gacy is down, and we've got medics tending to him. That's not good, is it? BS ending. I don't think that was meant to end that way. I don't think it was meant to end that way. The reason why I say that is because Oba Femi just looked a little like... What's going... If he was acting, he did a great job. The camera didn't cut. Because they make that mistake all the time. If ever they do a finish where someone gets an injury in a match, as soon as they show that person, you go, yeah, no, that's not real. That's why when Roxanne got injured after the Miko Satomura match and we watched her get put on a stretcher and wheeled out, it was like you knew straight away this was fake. Because that is how you actually deal with an actual injury. You don't cut to it. You just keep the camera on Oba Femi. You don't cut to Joe Gacy. Because you're not in control of whatever that situation is. I gotta tell you, I'm believing that one a lot more than 99.9% of the ones we normally see. Let's see. Let's see how it plays out. If that is scripted that way, then I think they did an excellent job, to be honest. Oh, that's good. That's good. Someone's put me doing it at the same time as Lola doing it. Ace WWE. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I want to know about Joe Gacy now, though. I'm concerned. Joe Gacy. Is Gacy okay? Says Jacob. Got that from the ref as well. I didn't even notice that the ref threw up the cross. Ref stoppage. Gacy, what has happened to Gacy? What? Yeah, referee moves him away, and you can see the ref just having a word, and then the X goes up. I think we have used the X before when there hasn't been an injury, a real injury, but I gotta tell you, everything about this feels real to me. Everything about this feels real. If anyone gets any updates on Joe Gacy, or if we get any breaking news on Joe Gacy, let me know, because that does not look good. I saw it. He looked hurt. He threw Gacy across the ring. The X is a legit injury. I think Oba might need to look for another finisher. No way Oba's that good of an actor, said Gringo. That is true. The way he was standing there, and it was like you could... he looked like there was a million thoughts going through his head. Like, what do I do now? Do I pose? Do I celebrate? Do I stand like... And if it was a scripted moment, I think he would look more confident in that moment, because subconsciously he would know what was happening. In his mind right now, he might be thinking, have I really hurt him? Like, what do I say when I get to the back? Is he okay? How long do I pause? If, like, it feels like there's a billion things going through his head. Yeah, honestly, if that turns out to be fake, and they faked it, incredible. Without a shadow of a doubt, the best faked injury I think I've ever seen. Because everything about it screams that it's real to me. So yeah, if anyone sees any updates on that, let me know. We're still at commercial break at the moment. We are approaching, coming up to the halfway point. No, halfway of the second hour point. I was distracted. He hit him with a super leg kick. Definitely a super good actor. Here's Ariana Grace. Ariana Grace making her way down. So I think she's going to be taking on Ren Sinclair, I believe. Because of what Ren said earlier, and those were fighting words. So Grace has made her way down to the ring. Even you must give Ariana Grace props. What's he mean by that? Ren Sinclair is in the ring, getting ready to go as Ariana Grace is in the ring. Right, Ariana Grace against Ren Sinclair. And this is going to get us... I don't know if this will be the last thing we get before the main event. The gear looks awful. A lot of these women just have generic gear, said Tom. Ariana Grace against Ren Sinclair. Check super chats. Have we been getting some, have we? Thank you. Meat Mill versus Windmill for WrestleMania 41. Energy on a pole match. What would that be? Batteries? That's energy on it, isn't it? In my mind, there's a AA battery on a bit of string. Meat Mill versus Windmill. Energy on a pole match. Coach Co said Madonna go pee, clamp down fan pending pee on day. What? I'm sorry, what? Madonna go pee, clamp down fan pending pee on days. It's all very uncomfortable, isn't it? It's all very uncomfortable, Coach Co. I don't want to have to issue you with an NDA. There'll be none of that, thank you. Thank you. Let's have no doubt whatsoever there'll be no peeing on days, right? Dropkick by Ren Sinclair. AAA Batteries said, I'm your father. It could be. Could be. Hey, did you know? I saw this YouTube channel. I think it's called Mr. Who's Your Father, right? Because I was trying to find out. But no, it's called Mr. Who's Your Father. And he was showing off the 10 best gadgets that he uses each day because he's reviewed thousands. And he shows the 10 that he uses. One of them was a case. I've never seen this before. It was a case. You put AAA batteries into this case. It turns them into AA batteries. It's just a see-through plastic case. And you just put the AAA battery in, put the top on top, and it becomes a AA battery. And it is such a simple idea. And it works that I was like, oh my God. When you need a AA battery and all you've got in the house are AAAs, if you had this little converter thing, it blew my mind. Can't stop thinking about it. This is what virgins think about. I couldn't get over it. I'm still not over it. Going over Ariana Grace, throwing in a shot. It's clever, isn't it? It's clever. I am your father. There you are. Right, against the ropes. Clothesline by Ren Sinclair. Daze ain't Brock. He doesn't like that shiz. Oh, definitely not the shiz. There'll be none of that either. Big boots by Ren. Ren against the ropes. Crossbody. Ariana Grace goes down. Kicks out. If you prepare properly, then you'll never run out of batteries. That's a good point as well, actually. But what if you're just useless at life? And what if for some reason you never prepare properly? Did you think about that? We need to rate that Joe Gacy match, don't we? Because we do rate every match. Oh, God. Ariana Grace manages to get the win in this one, but we're all going to be confused now because I'm asking for the last one. Oh, my God. Right, you are not voting for the Ariana Grace match, okay? Get your vote in super quick. Vote now. This is not the Ariana Grace. This is the Oba Femi match. How did you feel about the Oba Femi Joe Gacy match? Let me know your thoughts on that. We might not be able to really accurately score that because of its finish, but we'll do our best. And once we've got a good amount of votes, then we'll switch over to the Ariana Grace one. So get your thoughts in because we need your thoughts on this so that we can move on to the next one. On to the next one. On to the next one. Right, they're just breaking down the schedule for this week. As soon as we get to 1,000 votes, then we'll end this poll. 2 wires and tape. Christopher said, I've been using batteries wrong this whole time. Oh, no, man. Do they sell it on Amazon? Do they sell them on Amazon? I'm going to have a look. I'm going to Amazon now. AA battery converter. Is that the one? Is that them? Battery There they are. Jesus, there they are. Look at this. Look at these. And you put the AAA batteries into these cylinders, and then they become AA batteries. $6.99, you get 10. Go to my Wish store now, guys. Go to my Wish store right now. We're doing a special offer. You can get one 10-pack for $6.99, or you can get two 10-packs for £20. I am doing a special deal right now for all of you because you've supported the channel. It's one for $6.99 or two for $20. Right there, running down the cards. And don't forget, we're ending this poll. This one's ending because we're just about that 1,000 mark, right? And now I'm going to start a new poll. This is the Ariana Grace one, okay? Match score. This is the Ariana Grace one. So now I need you to get into that mindset. All time greats. Greats. Good, okay. Bads. Boom. They're still running down the cards. I need to write these down. 3 people thought Oba Femi Joe Gacy was an all-time match. Love that. Right, here's Sol Ruca. Oh my god, I forgot she was on this. Sol Ruca. Sol Ruca. Sol Ruca taking on Blair Davenport, I believe. I wonder if this is our main event, and then in after this we'll do Carmelo and Trick. There's going to be a 6-lady match. Nice. Nice. Austin, shout out to you. We've learnt so much, Austin. We have learnt so much. We know all about Nigeria. We know about battery converters. We have learnt so much. It's so exciting. Welcome. Taylor said, Ariana Grace match, 10 out of 10. Jaden said, I am now the proud owner of a replica Andre belt. That is cool. That is cool. The Andre 87 one. The bigger front plate one that was never actually used, but just shown, and it would have been his had he have won at WrestleMania 3. But he didn't, so we never used it. And then it got given away to Hard Rock Cafe, and it was on display there for a bit. And I think now it might be back at WWE's warehouse. That one. This is where you go. No. No, not that one. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's nice. The Andre 87. That is nice. They actually did that belt with the Andre the Giant figure from Elite Series 100, so you can even get it in little figure form. Cute. Simple 999999 said, I've got a question. Who's the better booker? Jim Cornette, Vince Russo, or Tony Khan? Depends what you're looking for. I think if you're looking for the AEW style of things, the best wrestlers putting on the best matches, right? That's what they aim to do. It's obviously very debatable as to whether they achieve that. It's debatable as to whether they've got the best wrestlers, but I would say Ospreay is. And I ain't ever going to be throwing shade on Okada. And who's going to be throwing shade on Bryan Danielson? So even though it might not, even though you can go, okay, yeah, but what about such and such? They have got an amazing roster. And they do put on great matches. So if that's what you're after, then it would be Tony Khan, wouldn't it? If you're after something a bit more traditional that's not going to be as fast-paced, but, maybe there'll be a bit more of the traditional tropes in there. Heel, face, some of the classic comebacks and, just old school wrestling. Less flips, more ground-based, harder hitting, more realism. You go for Jim Cornette. And if you want more shocks and swerves and twists and turns and more what is going on, this ref's down, that ref's down, and it's just all carnage. Well, then you go for Vince Russo. So I don't know. It's a bit like saying what's better, jazz, country, or folk. What do you want to listen to? That's the honest answer. What do you want to listen to? What do you fancy listening to? If you go, well, I like country music, you go, well, you probably listen to country then. Whereas, like, you know, you wouldn't say really to someone that loves AEW, you might not turn around to them and say, oh yeah, you'll love Jim Cornette's booking, because they might not. It's like, what's your favourite colour, innit? What's your favourite colour? It can't be answered, even though the correct answer is orange. And it's the best because it's not too hot. It's not red or yellow, but it's not cold either. It's a lovely warm colour. Orange is clearly the best colour. And I'll not hear otherwise. Daze, how do you use to consume all the sports growing up? In my house, we could never afford Sky. Same. To watch Sky Sports Cinema, we had every 2-3 months. Freeview saved a lot of us poor people. We didn't grow up with Sky and the Sky channels, so it was a lot of what was on normal TV. To be honest, it was a lot of. Oh, hang on, here's Tony. Here's Tony and Ilja. You said it yourself. I'm unbreakable, says Ilja. I am Ilja Dragunov. Nothing will stop me from leaving as champ. Tony grabs Ilja's hand. I could have took you out at any point. No. I'll do it when the world's watching. I'm going to break the unbreakable, says Tony. I like that line. I'm going to break the unbreakable. Remember, Ilja, it's nothing personal. It's just business. Oh, is it food time? Here's your last supper. It's going to be his wife's face. Oh, God. Angie! No, what was under it? What did he give him? Right. 67, 13, 9, and 8. Here's Blair Davenport. Yellow is the best. It was not up for discussion, Drew. This wasn't a conversation. I think you'll find this is a dictatorship, and I've told you what the best colour is. Carmen Live said, today I went out to Merrillville, Indiana, visiting South Lake Mall. Did you watch the Bray Wyatt documentary? I watched it today, and it was very awesome. I did watch it, and I enjoyed it very, very much. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Daze, WWE 2K24, 40 Years of Mania, DLC drops today. What's in there? Isn't that already in the game? You get that in the game, don't you? So I'm guessing, is it extra stuff? Can you play as The Miz when Shane McMahon does his hamstring and his quad at WrestleMania last year? Can you control The Miz as he's not sure what to do and he's kind of hopping around and then he gets punched in the face? Can you be Jessica Carr and you have to continually shout people's elbow? People's elbow! People's elbow! People's elbow! People's elbow. If you can, I'll buy the game. That is my favourite ever WrestleMania moment. Daze, when are you going to Us? I'll be going to Us in about 2 weeks. I think we go 2 weeks today. Oh god, that makes me feel ill. I've done nothing. I haven't even got clothes. This is it. I'm just gonna have to go like this. Do you sell clothes? Can I buy things? Because I might have to. I think I've got a case, but I ain't got nothing to put in it. I mean, I ain't done nothing. Nothing. At the moment, I'm going over there with, like, nothing. I haven't set up any laptops. I haven't sorted out any... I've done nothing. Whatever you can think of that you need to do for a holiday, I haven't done it. Apart from get the tickets to go, I have not changed any money. You don't take sterling, do you? In America. What's that about? No. Clothesline over the top. Blair Davenport to the outsides. Austin said, prepares my trip in 2 weeks. Daze can run, but he won't hide. Pack your Speedos for the oh no, I don't wear Speedos. Just completely naked. Which did get me in trouble last time I went to Wet and Wild. It was the whole thing. I think you should be comfortable in your own skin, and if you want to go, you know, down the water slides naked, well, I don't get what the problem is. Right, Blair in control. Sol Ruca will be out. Did you know that Sol Ruca and Tyler Bate are together? No. Are they? I didn't know that. She's Sol Bate. Is Tyler Ruca. I didn't know that. You get Macho King, and you get some Mania attires, and you also get the Mania 40 arena. I've got night vision, William, but I'll gladly take the other one. Mitchell said Wet and Wild was the best. Do you know, I don't know. They can't call it Wet and Wild if they won't let you be wild, said Jayne, and that's excellent. That's great. That's great. Hey, I don't think I ever actually went in, but I walked past it because it was on International Drive, if it's the one I'm thinking of. But it's all gone now, hasn't it? Wet and Wild. And they're building a new Universal Park, but I don't quite know what's going to be in it. And it's a little bit away from the other Universal Parks, which seems a bit weird. But then, you know, land is land, isn't it? You can only build with the land that you've got. But that's not open at the moment. I can't be honest, there's no parks that are grabbing me. Like, you know, I could easily find a day to pop to a park whilst I'm over there. I've been to them already. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't need to go to the Magic Kingdom. Yeah? I mean, I'm special enough. I'm magical enough. I don't need topping up. I don't need to see the castle, right? I don't, you know, I'm not 4. I don't need to go there. So I don't need to do that. There's not much at Epcot. There's a whole kind of like different world. Like you can go to the Italy bit and the Greece bit and all that kind of stuff. That's pretty fun. But I think there's only really restaurants there. Do you know what I mean? Like you can go to different restaurants, but you can only have so much food. If you go for something to eat in the Italy part, well, that's it then. Not going to want to go to eat in the Japanese part and the, you know, the Australia part or whatever. So I feel like outside of food, I don't really know what else you're going to get from that. And I don't even know what's in the big ball at Epcot anymore. It used to be like a journey into the future, which even when I went 20 years ago, looked dated. It was like the 1970s version of the future. It was like the Jetsons. So I don't know if they've changed that now, but Epcot doesn't feel like the right way forwards. Animal Kingdom's rubbish because it's full of animals and they're the worst, right? Selfish animals. Selfish. Yeah, not interested. Watching a load of creatures that only care about themselves. I feel like I do that with you lot in the chat anyway. So, Animal Kingdom's out. And then, I don't know, MGM might be the only one that I'd go, but even that, I mean, what have they got? Probably nothing. Disney's overrated. That's the conclusion I've reached. It's overrated. Not interested in Islands of Adventure because it's full of superheroes and they suck. And Harry Potter is a menace. And then I might go. Universal might be all right. I'd quite fancy going to the Simpsons bit. You know, I'd quite fancy going to the Simpsons bit, but Blair and Soul go over the top and spill to the outsides. So both of these are down. Oh, look at that. Oh, my God. Wow. To the outsides. And Soul is grabbing her knee. She's trying to get back up to her feet. And she grabs Blair. Chucks Blair back into the ring. People love Soul Ruca, but I don't know. That knee injury is such a shame. She's trying to get some life back into her leg as she jumps up. Wow, she had to do it one-legged. She had to do a one-leg springboard. She's really selling that leg at the moment. She's trying to get back up. She had to do that one leg. That was so cool. Wow. Right now, Blair in control. But I remember Epcot days, Universal Studios and MGM Studios was good about 30 years ago, said Christopher. Yeah, I mean, look, if you've never been to them, they're good. Honestly, I'm only joking in the sense of they are good. But I've been to them before. The question is there enough there or something there that's going to make me want to return? And to be honest with you, no. I feel like if you go to Disney and you go to Disney Springs, you sort of get that Disney vibe because there's like Mickey Mouse's and whatever. And, you know, it's a lovely day and you get to... Oh, beautiful. Who used to do that? Oh, someone used to do that. Someone used to do that. What was his name? There was a dude that used to do a handstand cartwheel on that top rope and go into that move. I can picture him and I just can't remember his name. It's a beautiful move that some people might not have seen it before, but he used to do it in NXT. Whatever his name was. Blair picking up Soul, planting Soul down. Fun little contest, this, you know. It's got some real fun moments. There's a knee strike roll up by Soul. Soul gets it. Soul gets it. We didn't get a Soul Snatcher, though. We didn't get Jake Atlas. Yes. Yes, that's his name. Well done, Austin 316. Jake Atlas. Yes. Look at you. Look at you. Hey? All those things they say about you, they're not true. Hey? Look at you. I'm proud. I'm proud of you, but... Oh... Austin said, look at Austin stealing my comment, said Brony. Yeah, well done, Austin. Well done. Austin. That is amazing. Austin 316 got it right on his own. Well, it was Jake Atlas. Excellent work. So good. Oh, that's one of those that would have played on my mind as well, and I would have been like, oh, what was it? So, really good that Austin was there, swooshing in with the answer. I'm like my idol Roman. I'm a great heel. Acknowledge me. After that, mate, I'll acknowledge. How do I acknowledge? Where's the acknowledge him? There's like fingers, isn't there, and whatever. Where do they live? I might not be able to find the actual one. I'll just whatever I can find that's closest, really. Where's the hands? Where are all the hands? Faces. Is there not hands? I thought there was hands. Well, how do people do acknowledging? Found all the faces, but I can't find the hands. No, I've done it before. What the flip? Oh, there they are. Found them. That'll do. Don't know what that means. I don't know what that is, but I can't see them. They're really small. Tiny. There you go. Well, whatever that is, I've acknowledged you. You've been acknowledged. You're our tribal chief. Brony said, Austin, to be honest, I didn't know Jake Atlas before you commented it. That's nice. That's nice, Brony. Brony, shout out to you, buds. Yeah, no, there's no shame in that. I think a lot of us wouldn't have heard of it before Austin came in with it. That's the wrong finger. Yeah, I can't see them. I'm not joking. They're like this big. Daze, I can't believe you've turned heel on me, says Brony. What do you mean? Dude, I'm king of the baby faces. A. Jobson said, Blair last beat Nikita, who got injured in that match. Daze, when you come to the US, can you try Cracker Barrel, Old Country Store, or Texas Roadhouse? I don't know. What's Cracker Barrel? What's that? Eh? Is it racist? Are you trying to get me to a racist restaurant? Oh, it's forbidden? It won't even let me in? What's this? Hey? Where are you sending me? Huh? Forbidden? I've been forbidden by Guru Meditation? Oh my God. Guru Meditation has forbidden me? We're literally upsetting gurus. Nah, legit, it won't let me in. If I click on the... Look, here's the racist restaurant. If I click on it, forbidden. Forbidden, but it's racist because I'm English. But it's like, I'm sorry, sweetheart. This is only for people in America. I click on it, yeah, click. What's this? Guru won't let me in. Jeez. I hate America. Always make me feel like an outsider. You're not a very warm, accepting country. Here's Dijak and Josh Briggs. Cracker Barrel is very much the above 50 crowds. If you can't handle cheese curds, you won't handle... Dad stuff, shout out to you. They give you some water so you can pop your fake teeth into. Oh, here's Joe Gacy. Give me Spears Saturday so Joe's okay. You and Spears on Saturday. Oh, God, she is just having a day, isn't she? She just goes from one nightmare to the next nightmare. She's like, right. Here's Carmelo. Was that a work, the Gacy injury? I don't think so. I think he was injured. I think they ended the match, but maybe they've checked on him and it's all fine. I mean, honestly, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what the report says, but at least we know he's okay now. Cracker Barrel is a great place during a storm, said Alex. What about Texas Roadhouse? You're talking about great food, said Hawks. Well, that sounds okay. Is that good, is it, Texas Roadhouse? Do you know what? After WrestleMania, I will put a post up, right? And it will be like, Daisy's going to America, where should he go? And then just put all your recommendations. Go mental, right? Go mental. Because whatever it is you suggest, I'll look into and see. Because the last time I went abroad, or really, like, it's not a holiday, really. It is a holiday, but it's not a holiday. The reason for going is toy hunts. So that is how I'll be spending my days, right? But as I said, could I find the odd day out of 2 weeks to pop to a park? And plus, I need to go to restaurants of an evening. So, but the last time I went somewhere was 6 years ago. And that was Florida, 6 years ago. Outside of going to London, I haven't been anywhere else. So, here's Trick and Carmella. So, I won't put that up before WrestleMania. There's too much going on. But afterwards, I'm interested. That chick. Here we go then. Face to face. We got Carmelo and Trick. It wasn't supposed to be like this. Trick Mello Gang had a bond so strong the whole world had to take notice. You and me. First two black men to main event a PLE WrestleMania weekend ever. I'm going to war with the man I used to call my brother. Here's Carmelo. I've got to admit, you came a long way. Loud boos, man. Loud boos. I was nervous. I didn't know if I belonged in this business. Boos again. At one point, it was me and you against the world. But now it's me against you. People are standing mad. Every time Carmelo goes to talk, the crowd are booing him out the building. I like Trick's jacket. It's nice, isn't it? WrestleMania jacket. Chalk line. Of course I ruined it when you're the one that tells the story. Imagine the titles are girls. The NXT title was my girl. North American title was your girl. You went behind my back to get my girl. Is that what brothers do? Oh my God, Trick Williams. Heel. Heel. Trick said, if you want to tell your story, that's cool, but we both know that's not how it went down. He tried to steal his girl. I came to you face to face and said I want to take a chance on myself. I was paving a way for you the whole time. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. They told you that you was ready for that top position, but the whole time that top position was mine. At the end of the day, you will always take a back seat to me. No. My days of taking a back seat are long gone. You used to be so humble. What happened to you? But if you go to Cracker Barrel, try Grandma's Mama's Pancakes, said Kappa Owens. Kappa Owens, shout out to you. They love you. They love you on the rise. I know you more than anyone else. You're envious of me. It's written all over your face. You're envious of me, says Trick. You think I care what these people think? That dude in the background's like, yeah, he's got a good point. Yeah, we do suck. You'll be standing across the ring from me. When I shoot, I don't miss. There's a dude in the crowd with him spray painted onto a sign. It's got like a balaclava on and everything. He looks like one of the security guards. Everyone at Stand and Deliver will be chanting, whoop that trick. Boom. We are underway. So, lots of security guys. Carmelo and Trick going at it. I didn't think... There wasn't really many kill shots. Well, I can't think of any kill shots. It was a very watchable back and forth. These two just sort of jumped at each other at the same time. I think now the locker... Is that Javon Evans? Javon Evans has got in. He's grabbed a hold of Carmelo. Locker room trying to separate these two. Carnage at the end of NXT. Lexis King and Josh Briggs are throwing some shots at each other. I think it's Trey Bearhill in there. It's a big brawl as the show comes to a close. So let's jump over and go to the second channel so that we can get the scores. Nice fight. Yeah, I thought there was some decent lines, decent moments, but I was looking for something with a bit more bite to it, you know? That was not CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. But, you know, perhaps it didn't need to be because it's clearly a very different story. I'm still very excited for that match. What do you score NXT? So what's the date? The date is the 2nd, 24. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, if you want to vote, go over to Wrestling Daze clips. You can get your vote in there. It's not up yet. Give me a second. It is about to be up. And it is up. We had 300 votes yesterday, and it looks like people enjoyed yesterday's Raw. Looks like it's coming out with a great rating. So great looks to be great 73 is where we are with that at the moment. About great 73. So the community has spoken. They enjoyed Raw. But what did you think about NXT? So you can go over to that second channel and you can vote soon as I find a way of getting back to you. I will happily put a link in. Bum, 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 bum. Here we go. There we go. Boom. Boom. Lovely. It did need that one kill shot, said James. Not too big on eggs, said Austin, in general. I get tired of them easy. Poached eggs, people are talking about there. Do you know, we've got a chain of pubs, which James will know, called Weatherspoons, right? It's good, honest, good value, honest food. It's not the kind of food that's going to set your world on fire, but it's just, you know what you're going to get, and it's reliable, and it's good value and everything. And I went there not long ago, and I had an eggs Benedict, and that was absolutely beautiful. It was amazing. That is something that I don't have at home. Eggs Benedict. I'll see. I don't know if you. I'm guessing you have those in America. Benedict. You have all that kind of breakfast stuff, don't you? You love it. Oh, you love breakfast in America. God bless you. There, look at that. Oh my God. Oh, hang on. Eggs Benedict is a common American breakfast or brunch dish consisting of 2 halves of an English muffin. Look at this. Oh, man. So it's popular in America, but it's got 2 halves of English muffin and topped with Canadian bacon. Popularized in New York. So there we go. You do have it. Because it was created in New York. And we have it over here, and I had it at Weatherspoons, and oh my God, it was amazing. It was so good. I could go for one of them now, actually. And by one, I mean 10. Oh. Right, there we go. Look at it. We could look at it for a bit, couldn't we? Hollandaise sauce. Oh God, I've never had that on anything else, but I want it on everything now. I've never had eggs Benedict. Look at it! Oh my God, it's so good. It's all eggy and runny and so good. Breakfast in America is something else, says Kian. Big Time said, "Can I just say egg and soldiers is disgusting?" No, you can't say that. That's just boiled egg with a runny yolk, and then you take the shell off and take the top bit of the white off to expose the yolk, and then you just get toast, dip it in. We call them soldiers, but I've been told that they go by different names in other places. Can you bring back the 60-second short where you show everything that happened, says Marcus. They were good, but they also took a long time. They took a long time to make because you have to make notes throughout the show. You then have to, I'll tell you how you do it. When the show's on, you have to note everything down. Then you have to take all those notes and get it into about a 170 words review, right? So you then have to try and get your notes down to 170 words. Then you have to find like pictures for them. Then you do the voice recording. Then you get the pictures and get them into the right places. I mean, honestly, all in, it's a good 2-3 hours work. Whereas now we just go straight into unseens. We weren't doing unseens then. And I must admit, I found that those well, they weren't reviews, they were more recaps. They weren't really playing that well, to be honest, on YouTube. I think they were doing not bad numbers on TikTok, but on YouTube, wasn't much interest, to be honest. TikTok, they were doing well. So, I don't know. I liked them. I did enjoy them. And I'm not afraid to do the work, but I think unseen definitely is the priority. That's the priority. So, I would say watch this space because I did enjoy those. I did enjoy doing those. But can I find a way of doing unseen, doing streams, doing unseen, and still providing those? That could be a challenge. Sadly, there are only so many hours in the day. That's mad, to be fair, says Marcus. Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, a lot of the stuff that you see, it's amazing how long it takes. I mean, unseens take about 6 hours, if not a touch more, to do an unseen video. I try and record them in one go, but in order to go through a whole day's worth of information, easy 4 or 5 hours, easy. Even if it's, let's say it's 4 hours, normally unseen takes about an hour to record, and then in order to do the timestamps, I have to go back through it, and I have to then share it and post it on different places and make the thumbnail. Every single day unseen is about easy. I'm not even exaggerating. I'm not even like adding a few hours. Like easy 5 to 6 hours every day to do unseen. The thing is, though, you don't have to do it all in one go. Like you might do a few hours before the stream and then you do like 4 hours after. But because a lot of that is going through Twitter to find the stuff, you know. So yeah, that can be that takes a lot of time. So doing that and doing a stream and then doing those recap things, I would love to do them though, because I really enjoyed them. And I really think there is a good reason to do them as well, because we keep talking about the fact that we're going to get to the point, and we might even be there now, where a kid today cannot go back and go through all the stuff that's been before. They haven't got time. We're going to get to the point where going through all the old WrestleManias, all the old SummerSlams, all the old Survivor Series, a kid wouldn't be able to do that. So here's everything you need to know in a minute or 2 minutes. I love doing those videos, and I think there's a purpose for them. And I've tried doing them a few times in a few different ways, and I just cannot get people to watch them. They do like 1,000 views. And I don't really understand why. I think it's because I don't know why. I think there's a need for them, you know. I think it's because maybe I didn't do enough of them, you know. I did about 10 or so, and then like because it wasn't really gaining any traction, it's on to the next thing. Maybe if I'd done 100, then maybe it would have got somewhere. Don't know. This is like the boring, dull side of YouTube, where you have to, you know, a lot of trial and error, tweaking and whatever. But that's for another day. Right, you can vote over the second channel, but I am going to go away because I do need to work on Unseen. And I also need to grab something to eat because I've not even done that yet. So I'm going to do that. Appreciate the support as always. Mental week coming up. So much on the way. We know that we've got stage reveals, WWE World and the bump on Thursday, Speed coming up later today. I think there's interviews. You've got Roman on Jimmy Fallon with The Rock, I think tonight, that they're gonna say stuff. There's gonna be stuff that comes out. There might even be confrontations, who knows. So, you know, it's WrestleMania week. Just because we don't have NXT or Raw or SmackDown for a couple of days, don't make the mistake of thinking it's going to be quiet. There's plenty going on. So, yes, I will bring it to you as and how I can, but there will definitely be unscenes, of course. So, right, thanks a lot for watching. Appreciate the support, and